What up, everybody? This is Jay Watts back again with a midday live as you drive. I kind of forgot to go grab me something to drink, so give me a second. I'm gonna run to the kitchen real quick, grab me something to drink, shoot back. Let me see who's in the chat by the time I get back. I bet Wes is gonna be first. He always does it. Hold on for a second. And you know what I got? Had to go get my shit. Look at that. I told you Wes was gonna be first. How do I know, man? He's like first. I love it, man. What up, Gary? Gary. Hey, Wes got you, man. Wes, hey, Wes is quick, man. He's quick. What's good? What's good, man? Anthony, how you doing? How you doing? What up, Brandon? Bravo's in second. I don't know, man. Gary kind of snuck up in there. All kicks came in. This chat moves fast, man. It moves fast. Y'all be killing me, killing me. Because I conceded to Wes. All right, fine. You can have it. You can have it. Man, how you guys out there making money? It's been a rough few days for us, man, in rideshare. Man, it's been rough out here in Phoenix. But what up, Stanley Jenkins, my man? I can't believe I caught it. Notification. See, that's how it works, man. That's how it works. Those notifications, man. Do I think Waymo's affecting drive? I've seen a lot of Waymos out. I've been seeing them 3, 4 in a row a lot lately. But the weird thing is I don't see anybody taking them. Like I just see them driving everywhere, but I never see people getting in and out. But I think what's really affecting out here in Phoenix, the latest update they had, I think it did something to the fares, man. Bravo. Thank you. Thank you for the happy chat. I love that. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I think the latest update they did is throwing things off, man, because the rides are garbage. I did what Sunday? I did Saturday, then I did Sunday. I think I took Monday off and did Tuesday, did last night. It's been off. It has been so off. What up, Necro? Getting bags. And I'm thinking that latest update they put out kind of did something. So I'm like, man, it's been nuts. Yeah, it's like Saturday night was 145 miles, 430, $10 an hour. Yeah, 10-hour days. It's nothing but garbage out right now. I think it has something to do with that last update. Like they changed the algorithm or something happened, and now they're taking away, some of the rider fares. Because if you watch all these interviews with both CEOs of both companies, all they talk about is how they're going to adjust prices for the riders now. They're going to make the prices lower, and they're in a price war. But they're not talking about the drivers and how it's affecting our money. So I think all these discounts they're giving people, 20% discount, 30% discount for a ride, they're taking it from us. That's how they're affording all these discounts. They're taking it from the drivers, because I've never seen nothing this garbage. Not even through a weekend, and after all these days, it's just been garbage and garbage. When I finally see a good ride, it's like a shock. I'm like, oh shit, this one is almost $2 a mile. Not even $2 a mile. It's almost. I got one last night. It was a real short ride for like $5.20 for like a mile and a half. And that was the only ride I seen like that all weekend. Only ride I seen like that all weekend. And usually I get those all the time. And it's for the same time in work, you're making half the money. That's right, Brandon. That's how I feel, man. And I'm out there driving, and I'm like, dude, usually by now I'd be at least 150, 160, 170. I'm barely clearing $100. It's like, geez. Yeah, Saturday over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, I think I cleared about $600 over those 2 days, when I probably should have cleared about 7 or 8, but I was okay with the 6. But since then, it's been just flat. I mean, it's been horrible, man. Horrible. And now Uber kicks you off after declining 3 rides. Yeah. What a bighorn Kev. Yeah, Anthony, that's what's happening on my Lyft app. And it rarely happens on my Lyft, but they're kicking me off. Like I'm letting things go and go. I'm not messing with it. And it's like the app is turning off. And I'm like, wait a minute. How did that just happen? That never happens. But yeah. I'm telling you, Necro, man, I've seen, even on YouTube, I've seen so many advertisements for Lyft popping up about new riders getting all of these bonuses. I'm like, if y'all got money to give this to new riders, why aren't you giving it to the experienced drivers who know what they're doing? I mean, it's like a slap in the face to constantly see all of these ads about, hey, you can make $1,000 bonus if you just drive for us this many rides. I'm like, we've been driving for y'all and we don't get that. You're giving us $20 for 20 rides. It's like, kind of shit is this? I've never seen an industry that don't take care of its experienced people. They care more of the new people coming in to kind of trap them and sucker them in. It's like, and I was telling somebody, it's like gambling. When you come to a casino and they give you free chips and they give you, free drinks and they give you a free buffet, but that's to get you to come into the casino and get linked in and get all hyped about the casino. But as soon as you start losing money and winning money, now you're addicted. You can't leave the casino. But the people that have been in the casino realize what's going on, and they're like, well, we can't give the people in the casino the money because they know what to do with it. So let's just keep suckering people to come into the casino. And it's just like, man, they're going to have some serious turnaround this winter. Serious. And I think it's going to affect the drivers. It's going to affect the riders more than anything else. Riders are going to start realizing that the quality of driver they're getting is going to be less, and less. New people that don't know the area, new people that don't know what to do, new people who have, they don't know how to work the apps and help people out or know the areas, know where the restaurants are. It's about to be screwy, man. It's about to be screwy. That's right, Zick. And that's what I say. They don't want drivers that know what they're doing. Because the more experienced we are, we should be the ones getting the bonuses. We should be the ones getting the money. But all the advertisers I'm seeing is like, I look in my app to see what they're offering. And it's like, they're not offering nothing, like 50 cents a ride for bonuses and stuff like that. But as soon as you look at all the new offers they coming, man, these guys are making $4 or $5 a ride for the new offers for the new people coming in. I'm like, dude, this is the worst. Like, yeah, it's flawed. It's flawed. I'm like, how are this industry works? It should be based on experienced drivers who have given their all, has pitched in and done something to help keep these apps afloat. Instead, they overlook us and they're looking at new people coming in. Man. Yep. And that's the thing. Like you said, William, the UberX passengers are already complaining. I get a lot of people saying they had to wait an hour for a ride. Airport last night, there was no drivers there. Usually when I pull into the airport, I can't find a parking spot. I have to go all the way to the end and pull over to get somebody. I was just pulling in. It was tons of people there lined up all the way down, and they were grabbing me. And I wasn't even at the airport. I was like 5 miles away from the airport, 7 miles away from the airport. All the drivers at the airport were like, we ain't taking that shit. And I believe it. They shouldn't have. It was stupid. I did 2 airport rides, and I was like, nah, this is crazy. Something's going on down here. I didn't do no more. What'd you say, Necro? Almost 50% of USA doing gig work. What are we going to do when it's going to be 80 or 90%? That's right. And I think the apps that I think will survive will be the delivery apps. Because I think you can do without, rideshare. You can find a friend or a neighbor or somebody else to take. But when it comes to delivery, somebody picking up your food, somebody going grocery shopping for you, all this stuff, that's a harder sell. That's a much harder sell to get somebody to do. Whereas I can always find, hey, man, can you run me down to the store real quick? Just drop me up at the store. Cool. You can find anybody to do that. But to actually grocery shop for you, to actually go and pick up your hamburgers or your hot dogs or your pizzas or your Dairy Queen, that's a harder sell. So I think delivery is going to be, better. What up, Logan, my man? Hey, I'm waiting on my thing to come in, brother. This is what it do, champ. I get throttled like a motherfucker. All this construction they need surges through today. Yeah. That's why I don't even go downtown, man. Too much construction. And people on the wrong side of the street. I'm like, nah, I'm not going over there. Yeah, but I think delivery, what up, King James? Yeah, I think delivery is going to survive, but everything else is going to collapse. Rideshare is going to have a hard time surviving, but delivery might survive. So I don't know, people better have that extra delivery app on their phone because they're, like you said, they're what to say, Zick said, they're fishing for new drivers who will do the work long-term for the lowest pay. And they've been trying that from day one, but it hasn't been working out for them. I believe it, man. I believe it. What up, Cobb Mobile? Because they want those people who are just going to do it like how the weekend warriors do it. They get in and their AR is like 94% and they just taking everything because they only got the weekend to work. So they just no, just running their car nonstop. They work 10, 11-hour days, make $225 in like 10 hours and like, yeah, I jammed. But you spent like, $60, $70 in fuel to get there. So you made $225, but you spent $70 in fuel. So really you made about $155 in like 10 hours. You're making $15 an hour is what you netted. What you brought home for the day is $15 an hour. And you gave up your whole weekend of spending time with your family, traveling, enjoying your existence, doing something for $15 an hour as a contractor. We're not employees. We're contractors. An employee would get $15 an hour because that employee would get, a 401k match. They would get, benefits. they get something along with that $15 to sweeten the deal. We're contractors. We don't get nothing. So when people say, oh, yeah, man, I can make $19 an hour. As a contractor, it's not good because you need those profits to bring home to pay for the roof over your head and everything. What William said, rideshare can survive with better management and better tier services. They need to refocus or their business, or they end up like Sprint Airlines. That's right. Because even airlines collapse. And these airlines been on around longer than these rideshare companies have. They will collapse. Contractors at some point are going to stand up against this. Most airlines deal with employee strikes. Since we're not employees, we can't all go on strike, but we can still band together. We can like have a cooperative where we all get together. And like Brandon said, delivery getting hit hard. Instacart and Walmart spark cut rates. Walmart CEO stated last month he wants to move delivery from gig to employees. I heard about that. I heard about the spark, being more employees and less, rideshare people doing it. Because I think, like I said, it's overhead, man. It's overhead. Because if we can sit up there and make, $25, $30, $35 an hour, in most markets, that's good money. It's good money. But the apps, like I said, they're bitching right now about paying $17 an hour. So if they're looking for people who are willing to do all of this work for less than $17 an hour so they can profit and make these apps, as powerful as possible. And I got a video today dropping at about 2:30, and I took one of I took somebody's comment, and it was about talking about how apps are nothing but agents. They're agents. And why do the agents get 70% of what the customer is paying? Most agents get 3%, 10%. It was Mr. Hayes. You get 3%, 10%, 5%. That's your cut of the fare as an agent. Because rideshare is nothing but a travel agent services. They're just booking rides. That's all they're doing is booking rides. They're a travel agent service, helping people do short trips. So how does the travel agent get more than the person doing the actual service itself? That's like a travel agent getting more than a cruise ship, or the travel agent getting more than an airline, or getting more than a hotel that's booked for a week. I mean, the travel agent is taking 70% of the money that the customer pays. Customer, hey, I want to travel here. Travel agent says, okay, give me $1,000. So then the travel agent keeps $700 and pays the $300 to the airlines, and everybody else like distributes that $300. I mean, that's all these apps are travel agents. That's all they are is travel agents. And it's like, man, forget that, man. Like Necro says, you're right. It's $16 earned by time, and that's active time per hour in Chicago. And they're mad about it, Necro. They're mad about that. The apps don't even want to pay that. So it's like, dude, y'all should be paying at least, 25. We're contractors, not employees. And that's what people have to start understanding when they sign up. You're not an employee. So lose that employee mentality of, ooh, $15 an hour. Ooh, $18 an hour. No, you need to live on profits. Plus, you got to stack money to make sure you can repair your vehicle, because the apps ain't going to repair your vehicle. The apps aren't responsible for that. So maintenance and repairs, that's a hit. $1,300 is a lot, because if you got to come up with a $1,300 repair and then turn around and still pay your rent, that's a big hit right there. If you ain't making nothing but $16, $17, $18 an hour, that's a big hit. That's like deep pocket money. And you walking around with $15, $16 an hour. And these apps are treating us like we children. And we got children. Some of us got grandchildren. It was like, man, it's nuts out here. What Taz said, I got Spark guy phone number who builds the apps. I give him insights how to make things better. I met him on Uber. He gave me his phone number. Yeah. See, I met a DoorDash guy too, a DoorDash executive. I picked him up one time. But I'm glad, man, because drivers need to really, really talk to these people. Because like the shit that we saw, whatever, that wasn't real. We need to really talk to these people and tell them what the real problems is with these apps. It's the money, the money. Look at that, Williams said, I got a $3,700 repair bill. Man, $3,700 is a lot of money. Most people don't make that in a whole month. And that's like, if they make $3,700 a month, that's $3,700. Still got to cover their rent, food, insurances, everything else, not just the repair. So you got to turn around and make twice that amount just to make it. You got to make $7,400 in 1 month just to cover that repair bill. And it's like, man, these apps, they don't realize we're not children out here. And just like they got employees at their companies and stuff like that they want to take care of, we're people that need to be taken care of as well. Excuse me, we're not just kids out here just driving around. What KK say? Drivers need to make an app for us, charge the customers less, but the driver keeps everything. They've got a couple of apps I like that now. I think We Rides is like that, or W Rides, and then they got Hum. Hum is another service coming out. And I think, Lyft and Uber knows that these companies are seeing how things are set up. So somebody's going to create an app and all the drivers are going to flock to those apps. And Lyft and Uber is like, well, let's just get as much money as we can right now. Let's just hammer down right now. Just start stealing tips. Start taking as much of the fare as we can. Stop giving out bonuses and stuff like that. Get more people into the door. Kick all the experienced people out. Because we know what these rides are really worth. We've been doing it for a while. I got a $8 ride from the airport the other day. It was a request. I didn't take it. I'm like, and it was busy. That was a busy time. I'm like, $8 from the airport? And it's this busy? I'm like, this dude probably had to pay like $42, $45 to get out of the airport. Easily paid 42 to 45, and they giving a driver $8 out of 45, keeping $37. So the app takes 37 and you get 8, and you're the one doing the actual work. Like I said, these apps are not for services. And they keep having all these service fees saying, oh, we're the service. Drivers are the actual service. And like my man said, Mr. Hayes said in his comment, these apps are nothing but travel agents. That's all they are, travel agents. So why do they get the bulk of the money if all they're doing is setting up the travel? We're doing the actual service itself with the equipment, with the machinery, stuff like that, man. It is just, man, it should be irritating me, man. It'd be irritating me. Mark said, I gained 30 pounds driving Uber, down 30 on the carnivore diet. I'm surprised. Like I said, I don't do nothing but drink when I drive. I do not eat nothing because I know how it can be, man. When I used to work in corporate, everybody in corporate was eating, sitting down all day, not walking, not work. Man, everybody was just getting bigger and bigger. So it's like when you sit in a chair all day, your body starts storing that shit. It's just like sitting in the car all day. Your body starts storing that shit. I don't even eat and drive. Nope. Forget that. What Off the Handle said, if those 33,000 Uber employees and golden parachutes, they need to fund on our backs. Yeah. And I say that all the time, brother. They do that shit on our backs. That's on drivers' backs. That's on drivers' backs. We the ones out there putting up all this work, all this effort, and they're turning around telling us, well, you guys aren't worth it. I guarantee if everybody decided, you know what? Everybody's going to take Friday off. These apps will be putting $100 surges out there, $200 surge, because they don't want to lose their customers. They got these riders thinking all you have to do is use our app and we'll get you somewhere. That's what they got these people thinking. And we've been declining people, we've been, making the game even like, nope, we're declining that shit. Decline. Nope, we ain't dealing with that. And these apps got these people thinking, oh, don't worry. Just give us, $37. So the person pays the $37 thinking them and their friends finna get home. Driver messes around, get $11. Like, how you gonna give the driver $11 for like 17 miles and you just charge this person $37? It's like, that shit don't make no sense. It's like, nah. And these apps, they're tricking these riders into thinking the drivers are getting the money. That's why they keep doing all these little, news interviews and shit. Oh, well, the driver gets 25% of the money. The driver gets 25%. They keep saying that shit all the time, but we're drivers going, no, we don't. Ain't no way possible. Like, people are paying $80 to leave a concert and we getting $28. That the math is not 25%. But they keep going on all these interviews lying to people about how drivers are being paid because they want to create that illusion. And Lyft don't want customers and riders talking back and forth because once they find out they being overcharged for some shit, they're going to be like, well, hell, if I paid $60 and you only getting 25 of it, what am I paying for? You paying to use the app. That's what you paying for. You paying to hold that phone in your hand. That's it. They don't want us to talk to riders because riders are going to figure that shit out and be like, dude, how about I just give you 45? Shit, why am I giving this app $60? I'll just give you 45. It's like everybody wins. What up, Ron? Good morning, man. Oh, yeah, there's a new Uber CFO. Wait till he finds the bodies. I hate to be in this position. Shut your crooked company. I think they need to just have an audit, like an open book audit. Start opening up random transactions, and they will see all of these fare adjustments. There should not be this many fare adjustments. One time I went through my phone just on the Uber side. Almost every ride I had, it was a fare adjustment on there. Almost every single ride, fare adjustment, fare adjustment, fare adjustment. It should just be fair, what the rider paid, what I got, what Uber got. That's all it should be. Nope, it was fare adjustment, fare adjustment, fare adjustment, fare adjustment, fare, all the way down the screen. I'm like, why are they going back through and adjusting shit? Those are probably our tips. A lot of times it could be our tips. And I'm thinking, okay, that person probably tipped me, but they had to adjust the fare, but they adjusted the service fee to suck the tip in. So once they sucked the tip into the service fee went from, $8 to $18 because that's where they hid the tip in the service fee. I'll just put the tip in the service fee. And we've seen on my videos before how the service fee will go from $8 to 13 like that fast. They move this shit all around all the time. They always reclassing money. And I'm like, wait a minute. If you're going to add a surge to my reservation, shouldn't it be $32, not 29? Oh, well, we had to go and adjust the service fee. That's where they're stuffing money into the service fee. That's all they doing. Mark said, can you make a hand brochure examples of what rates we should take and can hand out to new drivers? Man, the most I tell them motherfuckers is hit the internet. The internet is fast, up-to-date information. Because once you make a brochure, that shit's going to be different next week. That's how fast shit be changing around here, man. Tell them stay online, stay talking to drivers, stay talking to riders. Don't be scared to communicate. And a lot of people like to be like, I don't like talking to people. Well, if you don't talk to people, like closed mouths don't get fed. You don't talk to people, you're going to be getting played. You're going to be getting played. And I talk to everybody. And that's how I get a lot of private rides, because when they be telling me how much they pay for this and that, I'm like, dude, don't do that. Say next time, this is what you do. Just call me. Just shoot me a text. And that's how I get. They be like, oh, for real? You do private rides? I'm like, yeah, because you paying way too much for that shit. Because I'm not getting nothing out of that. I keep it 100 with them. And Lyft, that's why Lyft is upset, saying, riders should be reporting drivers that are talking about the fares. What up, rideshare Lisa? Because they don't want everybody to know. They don't want everybody to know. And Gary said, with your channel, new drivers will get the real info. They need to make good decisions. Oh, it jumped up. What up, Wes? What up, my brother, my brother? Thank you. As it's given, it shall be given unto you. Good measure and pressed down and shaken together and running over it. Shall men give into your bosom? Luke 6:38. I appreciate that, brother. That's the word of the day. That's the Wednesday sermon. That's the choir practice sermon right there. We got choir practice on Wednesday. It's like, shit, that's what's up. Man, yeah, I have Uber numbers listed in my contacts as Uber no support. Real shit. Uber lack of support. That's about it is, man. And I'm sitting there, I sit and I try to talk. And I tell you that they want to keep us in the dark and poor MicDrop. That's right. That's right. And I tell people all the time, man, if you just communicate with your riders and don't be scared, because these apps, they want to threaten riders and threaten drivers. Oh, if you two start talking, we're going to deactivate you. If you like, what is it? What do you got to hide? If you have nothing to hide, you're doing business on the up and up, you should be like, hey, you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We don't care. We know we're doing legit business, because they know they not. When you're not doing legit business, you want to put fear in the hearts of the people sitting in front of each other saying, don't you guys talk about what the transaction looked like. I don't want you guys speaking about the fare. Speak about the fare. We're going to deactivate the driver. And if you let us know, we're going to give you a discount on your next ride. That's the kind of shit they be pulling. And I'm like, nah, man, you can't just do people like that. And I'm one of those people that I believe that if a rider and a driver want to discuss the financial transaction of what's going on, whether it's buying a chair, buying a couch, buying a hot dog, buying a ride, they should have the freedom and leverage to speak about it. But it's the control of information. Once you control that information, you stop people from figuring out the scheme in the game. And that's what they want to do, stop us from figuring out that scheme. What Drew said, I had to take an Uber last week from the tire place, and I dropped the cost and the tip screenshots to my driver. Yeah, I would have airdropped that shit. Like, hey, this is what I paid, and I hope you got some money out of this. He might be like, damn, man, I got like 35%, 40% of this. Your tip is the only thing that got me over 50%. It's like, say, have you seen the documentary on Johnson family and how they don't want people to get rich? Well, I believe it. Because, man, if people get rich, then that means you lose control of those people. And that's why they don't like Trump. Because when you got your own money, you're doing your own thing, you know what? They control you like that. Because all these senators that are coming in, these bartenders that they're making senators and shit like that now, poor people making 30, 40, 50,000 a year. All of a sudden they're millionaires 4 years later. That's what it's about. It's about getting people in who don't have any money, controlling them to make them do what you want them to do. And when they play your game and they're doing what you want them to do, you got them. You got them. And that's right, Rasha. Lisa, we should be able to talk. It's a free country. They're restricting our First Amendment. Not only the First Amendment, also our Second Amendment. These apps restrict us in so many ways. Oh, you guys can't talk. Oh, you can't do this. If you talk, we're going to deactivate you. Man, I'm surprised there ain't been a lawsuit out yet about them restricting the First Amendment rights of people. Saying, well, you can. I'm like, dude, we're contractors. We have a right to speak to anybody we want to speak to. I can roll up next to the person, ask him how much you paid for his car. Hey, man, how much you pay for that car? Hey, how much is your gas? Hey, how much you pay for this ride? We can ask anybody we want to ask. But the apps are like, no, you're going to get deactivated if you speak about this. Like, who the hell are y'all to even tell a grown-up that? And these people running these companies, some of these people in these departments is like 28 years old, 33 years old, 34 years old, telling this to 60-year-old people, 70-year-old people who put so much work into this country so far. What they like, 60-year-old people been working since they were 16 years old, 15 years old, put a lot of work into this country. And then you get some kid who just graduated from college, got given a position at an app. Well, you have to do this. Motherfucker, I'm a contractor. You ain't telling me shit. You ain't telling me nothing. I'm a contractor. And if you want me to be an employee, then you have to give me an employment contract. But I'm a contractor. I have, independence and freedom. It's like, yep, freedom of speech, baby. Unless it's rideshare. That's what Ron said. Yep, that's Hollywood. They'll make them become evil, then make them rich. Yep. I'm telling you, Wes, that's what they do, man. Once you sign on that line and you become a part of their herd, you got to do exactly what they say, or you won't get rich. Or like how many actors we know that tried to speak out about something or try to, bring the public up to something. And all of a sudden, that actor don't have a job no more. Can't get work anymore. Ain't got no movies no more. Is media out about them doing something horrible? Like, oh yeah, this guy, he's actually a pedophile, actually. It's like, motherfucker, he's like 80 years old. Like, and all of a sudden he wants to speak out. Now you want to say all this shit been happening for the past 60 years? Who knew about this shit for the past 60 years? This is how they blackball people. This is what they do. So I take it very skeptic when I see the news saying something about, a star doing something illicit. Man. Oh, Lisa, thank you. And I think about what they do to these stars. And I say these stars were speaking out about a wrong that was being done. They were speaking out about a wrong being done to a group of people or to a set of people, just like how we speak out about stuff. And all of a sudden, they're getting canceled. They're getting, the media is harping on them about some illicit shit they did when they were 15 and 17 and 19. It's always like that. That's why I don't trust the media. I don't trust the news. I don't trust these people because I know they're controlled by powerful people who control the narrative. And that's when I see all these interviews of these rideshare companies on these media outlets. You never see these media outlets interview a driver at the same time. Just like, dude, just interview a driver while you're interviewing this guy. Interview a whole bank of drivers while you're interviewing this guy. Have the CEO or the CFO or anybody else on the podium and have all people who are on the other side of his company as contractors speak at the same time. So anybody watching that interview can get a full view of what's really going on. Not just what we're going to do is start focusing on riders. We're really going to take care of our riders. We're going to allow this for our riders to do, allow that from our riders. No. The company is not just based on an app and riders. There's drivers that form that bridge. Drivers are the bridge between that app and the people that need a ride. Drivers are the bridge. Because without drivers, that person has a video game in their hand. That's all they got is a video game. It's a Jeff be pimping a rideshare game. Facts. Man. And it's sitting there, it's like, if you don't have any drivers and you using this app and you trying to get a ride and nobody's picking you up, you're going to be in the same position you're in now. I can't tell you how many times I've rolled up. Thanks, Mr. Kev. How you doing, brother? Thanks for all you do, even if you do get an Uber pet trip. Yeah, you did get an Uber pet. It's like, oh, shit, I got an Uber pet. God damn it. Man, they snuck that in on you. But seriously, though, because with the way drivers are, we can actually go do rides all day without the app. All we got, like, it happens to me a lot. I'll either be at a game or an event or even downtown Mill. Somebody will see me drop somebody off and I'm like, all right, y'all, you guys have a good night, this and that. Somebody will come up to my window real quick. Hey, man, are you a driver? Hey, if we just give you like $20, man, we just got to go to the dorms. That's it, man. It's just like 3 of us. People do that shit all the time, which lets you know if you talk to people and you're communicating with people, you're going to make money. The apps don't want you talking to people and communicating with people because the apps don't want you to make money. The apps want to make money. So they shut down that communication. They say the only way you can speak to this customer is through the app. When the app sends a request, you either accept it or not. Once it's done, then you can't speak to that customer. You can't even check on customer service. Hey, man, how was that ride? Was that ride good, dude? Was you cool with that, man? You can't even ask. You can't even ask because the app shuts off communication immediately, like it was never somebody in your car. Yeah, James has just got a text from this driver. He's going to the airport now. He said after 2 or 3 rides, Uber log him off. New shit. Somebody just said that, man. After 2 or 3 rides, they just kick you off. Yep. Lyft started doing me like that the other night. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I thought I had Lyft on. Nope. They kicking me off now, man. Free money. What Taz said, hey, Wesley, I don't trust anyone but Donald Trump. Psych, but Trump was pretty cool. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Trump don't hold his tongue. He don't. He ain't got nothing to lose. This is the only person in our government that has nothing to lose. He says the exact same things over and over again. And even when they were like, hey, man, you're using tax loopholes. You're doing this, you're doing that. He's like, I use the same tax loopholes that everybody in Congress and all the Senate and all their donors and all these people are using. So I'm just the one who's telling you I'm using the loopholes. The rest of these motherfuckers gonna lie to you and tell you that they not, but they are. So when somebody, tells you that they using loopholes, just like all these donors and all these people are, and all these people just clam up and shut up, they want to make sure Trump does not become the voice of this country because he's willing to tell the American people what this country is really all about. And right now we're running, this is a third world country. Honestly, we're giving money away left and right. The American worker, the taxes on our back, everything else on our back. We're funding the world in areas where we shouldn't even be funding right now. We got people that live in this country. There's kids that living in, overcrowded women's centers right now. There's American kids living in overcrowded American centers. And yet we're sending, billions of dollars to other countries to fight in something that we don't even have a part in. They don't even deal with us. So it's like, do we really care about American people? Because the American people that I see when I'm driving around and I'm hearing the stories about and I'm hearing the struggles and I'm seeing everybody not making the money that they used to make and this and that, I'm like, why is our country like that? Like they're ignoring the obvious. Like it's the elephant in the room is that America's going into the hole. That's the elephant in the room. But all these politicians want to say, oh, we're going great. We're doing this. We're setting new policy. We're doing this. We're doing this. Mom, let's talk about the problems, man. Let's talk about why people got to work, 60, 70, 80 hours a week just to make it. Let's talk about that when we used to not have to work like that. Let's talk about, why landlords don't have a roof on their rent. Why can't they just charge whatever they want to charge? Landlords should have a cap. You shouldn't be able to just walk up and say, hey, man, I know you've been paying $1,000 a month, but guess what? Next month, we're going to start charging $1,650. And because, we got stuff to do around. No, you can't just walk up and do that. A landlord should have to go through a court process with a jury of 12 people and everybody else. If you want to raise rent, you've got to convince these 12 people to allow you to raise rent. Do that shit through a court system, not just arbitrarily because it's capitalism. Or we could just jack up rent if we feel like it. Then one day we're going to be like, we ain't paying rent because we don't feel like it. It's like, man. Yeah. Grid says they want drivers to promote themselves and build regular clientele that just use driver. Will be interesting. Going to check it out next week when I get back from Oklahoma. Yeah. Yeah. If you can get your own clients built up, man. Yeah. What South Florida say, I'm not accepting a 30-mile job for $14 to $15. Real shit. Because it's pointless, man. It's like at 50 cents a mile, you got to turn around and come back. That turns out to be a 60-mile job because you got to come back. 60 miles at $15 is a quarter a mile, 25 cents a mile. Ain't nobody driving for 25 cents a mile out here. That shit ain't happening, man. And that's what people don't see, that half the places we're going, we don't live. We're just taking people there with no guarantee that we're coming back. So if we have to take somebody there, we need to guarantee that we coming back, or we just take short trips and stay in our own zone. We don't take long trips. And if we do take a long trip, make it worth it. Because there's people paying $300-400 to take long trips, and out of $300-400 being paid, the driver's getting like $100. That's it, $100. I'm like, man, forget that, dude. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Because the app is just an agent. The agent should not be getting more than the actual service itself. The travel agent don't get more than an airline. The travel agent don't get more than a hotel or the cruise ship. The travel agent only gets what the travel agent percentage is, 3%, 5%. 70% of what the customer pays, the travel agent takes home. Imagine buying a house and you buy a house for $100,000. But the bank says, well, we got to give the travel agent 70% of that. We got to give the real estate agent 70% of that. 30% of that goes to you, the home buyer. So you got to come up with the rest in cash. They be like, what the fuck you mean? I just took out $100,000 loan. Yeah, but 70% of that has to go to your real estate agent. I'm like, and that's what it is. You can't, the way that they're doing these fairs and everything, it doesn't work in any business model you can ever create. It's a ripoff, and everybody knows it's a ripoff. It don't work. Man, Ekaro, that's what's up. Hey, stay positive and hydrated. You already know, brother. You know it. Yeah, and that's right, Gary, man. Nobody thinks about the dead miles to return to market. And dead miles are it's eating up your profit because it eats up fuel that you could be using to make money. So instead of using that fuel to make money, it's dead miles. It's like you're going to eventually end up back at the gas tank again, using some of your profits to put gas back in. So I keep my dead miles at a minimum. Every once in a while I get caught. I mean, ain't nobody perfect. Shit, they catch me once in a while slipping, and I'm like, damn, they got me. I'm way the fuck out here. Like, man, that's right, Ron. Need to take care of America first, man. Trust me. I walk around with my American shirt on all day because I let motherfuckers know, no, this in this country, we have opportunity, but they're taking the opportunity away from Americans right now. Americans are losing the opportunity because they're giving the opportunity to corporations now. The opportunity for corporations to be rich, for CEOs to be rich, for CEOs to be powerful, the CEOs to run the world. I mean, you got pharmaceutical companies running the world now. You've got transportation companies running the world now. People don't have the power anymore. People are nothing but pawns in the game. That's it. We're pawns in the game. So they're saying if you come to America and you have a major corporation that could help, bribe a government official or fund a government official, you got a corporation that big where you can give money, help these senators become millionaires, give them some stocks and shit like that, you're going to do well in America. But if you're a citizen in America, you're going to get your ass handed to you. Because the politicians need the money. The politicians got the shares of stock. The politicians are doing business deals under the table to all these people. The people themselves, we're just funding the system. That's all we're doing. We want to have a nice house. We can't get a nice house. We're funding the system. Yeah, Kev say, plus most nature hikes, you lose internet connection in the app, so you have to come back on your own dime just to get a connection. Especially when you way out up in Cave Creek, man. You up in Cave Creek, it's going to be spotty as hell all the way till you get past Carefree. Oh, what's that? I wonder why Lyft doesn't show online time until after the first ride. Oh, I didn't know that, Logan. I didn't know that. They don't show online time until after the first. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. They don't show online time until you actually get a ride. That's right. You're right. Because you can go to the weekly tab and open it and there's nothing there. It'll just sit there. It's like zeros. It's like frozen. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, man, Lyft has been switching trips. I accept one trip and end up heading somewhere different. That's an immediate cancel. They need to stop that bull swagger. Hey, Measure Reality, that's what I say. Because if I accept the trip, let's say I got to go 6 miles to get to them. I drive 4 miles. They switch it. I got to go 4 miles to get somebody else. That's now 8 miles it took me to go get somebody instead of 6. I was agreeing to 6. What up, Jeff Thomas Black, my man? He's in the JTB's in the house. So instead of 6 miles, now you went 8 miles. And you're probably gonna get less money. And that's what they do. They keep getting you. They know you don't want to drive 8 miles to get to somebody. So they're gonna say, hey, go 6 to get to this person. You're like, all right, 6 miles to take somebody 6 miles, $12, $1 a mile. I'm in that way anyway. But as soon as you start driving, instead of 6, you only had 2 miles left to go. All of a sudden it jumps, and now you got 4 miles to go to pick up the person that they just threw into your queue. Cancel that shit. That's what I do. I'm like, nope, cancel. Don't do me like that. Cancel. Because if you allow them to do that, that's how they sucker people to drive a lot of dead miles to pick up people that nobody wants to pick up. It's like they do that shit all the time. What Traveler Man said, yeah, Uber don't know I have a TLC license. They want me to take a passenger from Long Island to New Jersey and turn around and pay $30 in tolls. And nobody's getting their toll money back. Traveler Man, somebody was telling me that they're not paying the tolls now. Like usually you can go through the app and you can see where you get toll reimbursement. They're not paying that shit for everybody no more. They just, like I said, man, they're stealing tips. They're doing that damn no toll reimbursement. They didn't give my man Steven last night, Weber's Party Rentals, they didn't give him a cancel fee. Check this shit out. So he sits in front of the house, waits, it times out. It times out and everything. It says now you're canceled for a cancel fee. So he cancels the person. 0, big ass goose egg. So he hits lift up. I got the whole fucking thing in my email. He sends the damn, no, it's on my Instagram. He sends a message saying, hey, you guys didn't give me my cancel fee like you told me. It says, no. That rider canceled the trip because you were taking too long. He was like, I've been sitting in front of the house for the past 10 minutes. What the hell you talking about taking too long? Well, they canceled the trip. But it never once let him, like, it allowed him to get there, allowed him to sit there, everything else. Man, and it ain't a lot of money, $2-3, but it's the principle. The principle. If they gonna be pulling shit like that, we ain't gonna be driving to no people's houses. We're gonna be like, nah, I'll text the motherfucker first. Hey, listen, this is my Cash App, this is my Venmo. If these motherfuckers cancel me, hey, still pay me. It's like, forget that. Jeff Squared asked for double trouble. That's right, man. JTB. And man. This is in South Florida. Said, man, every time I stop working for a couple of days, I start getting old tips from 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yep. Because that's what they do. That's bait. They tip bait your ass for real. They hold your money back saying, well, if this person don't start driving, just kind of egg them on a little bit. Say, hey, here's a $3 tip came through. A $5 tip came through. So people are tipping you. But they didn't give it to you that night, though. And it was probably a $10 tip because somebody gave me a $7 tip last night. $7. Who sits there and goes, you know what? I'm going to get this dude $7. I bet they gave me $10 and Lyft kept 30% of that damn tip. Nobody says I'm going to tip you $7. You tip 5, 10, something like that, 20. I'm going to tip you $7. Just even $7. Man. Uh-oh, TS Jezzy got that BMW today. Uh-oh, we trends now. What color did you get? Did you get a black one? Did you get the 5? Like, shoot. Tezzy, I'm having a toll reimbursement too. They're stealing. I got a screenshot of me sitting in an $11 surge and they showing me $7. They've been stealing more lately. Uber is terrible. Yup. And that's the kind of shit we've been talking about, man. Screenshot everything. Screen record. Because everybody knows how to screen record on an Android. And a few channels have been doing it more lately. You just pull down and you hit screen record. You can either have the mic off or on. Record sometime. And it's cool if you record for like 15, 20 minutes. Just record yourself just doing shit. You ain't got to save it. You can always delete it if you don't like the record and just delete it. But just save it and just kind of cruise around and catch all the fuckery of the apps are doing. Surge baiting, declines and cancels. And we're just screen record. 15 minutes right around screen recording. If you don't want to save the recording, don't save it. If you do want to save it because you saw something shady in it, save it. Because this is going to be all the evidence that we as drivers have. Screen recording works. I'm telling you, that shit works. Quarter Mile Blue X1M package. Woo, you got the SUV. You ain't playing. Well, Logan come in, Melvin said, what up, Jeff? This crusty Dubsy apps are keeping our tips, Mel. Bruh, I think either today or tomorrow, my Amazon thing from Logan, if you go to Logan Block Valley, Valley's page, you'll see what I just ordered. Because he's got a short about it. And he sent me the short, and I was like, oh, shit. Because I had the paper. And people kept stepping on the paper, fucking up the paper the whole time. So I took the paper out, and I ordered what he had. Yup. I'm getting that custom shit. And it's like, you can sit it in a holder. I'm going to drill holes in mine and put like a little chain around it so I can hang it around the back seat so it's facing the customer the whole time. But, man, forget that. Say Quarter Mile Blue. Said a Quarter Mile Blue. I'm like, hey, Quarter Mile Blue works too. That shit's fast as a motherfucker. Motherfucker, this is Quarter Mile Blue. My shit be going. Like, I ain't never heard of that color, but that shit's that's dope, man. You should tell motherfuckers my car is Quarter Mile Blue. Let's go. He says Quarter Mile Blue. Damn, talk to text. Yeah, Measure Reality said, Jeff, the tips aren't right. If you believe old money, Scottsdale from the airport isn't tipping. I have 5 trips this week with great reviews, but no tips. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, when I do airport pickups from Scottsdale, I used to do them early in the morning all the time because I used to be stuck way up north, like Cave Creek, Fountain Hills. And man, they tip $20, $25. These motherfuckers don't tip no $5. They be tipping $20, $25. These people, half of them used to do movies. Like I picked up one lady. She used to be like a TV, like a sitcom star back in the day. And she was like, 75, 80 years old now, but she was a sitcom star. Man, this lady tipped me like $20. And that was back when they were giving tips, stuff like that. They don't, if you picking up from Old Town Scottsdale, Old Money Scottsdale, you getting a good tip. Because they just appreciate you because nobody wants to be up there that early in the morning or that late or do our airport right all the way down. So they make sure they keep drivers in their area by tipping. And if you ain't seeing tips from that area, yeah, trust me, you getting jacked. But like I said, on Logan Valley's page, man, I decided to go get my own Cash App plaque. I'm getting my shit put in my car because I'm done with the games, man. I'm done with the games. I'm not sitting there begging these people for money that we earned. We rightfully earn that. We have 100% right to that. So I'm gonna tell a customer right to their face, hey, listen, man, something's wrong with the tipping systems and Uber and app. A lot of drivers are complaining if you even ask drivers, but I got Cash App and Venmo hanging on my seat. If you feel appreciative, like, no stress, no pressure. If you feel appreciative, then, tip me on that. And if somebody go, okay, cool, I'll just tip you on that, then cool. And they'll just hit it and tip. If they go, no, I'll just tip you in the app, then I know to 3-star those motherfuckers because I just gave them the play. I gave them the play. So if they say, no, I'm just going to tip you in the app. I'll just tip you in the app. Okay, cool. When they get the fuck out, 3-star. And I don't have to deal with their ass again because I want to deal with people who are willing to say, you know what? A lot of drivers aren't saying that shit. I'm glad you got this Cash App thing. Hit me on the spot right there. And that's what we need to be doing. If a motherfucker tell you, well, I'm just going to tip you in the app. I'll tip you in the app. 3-star their ass. And the thing is, if the tip shows up, you can go back through and 5-star them because you can go back on anything and re-rate a person, especially on Lyft. You can re-rate them motherfuckers all day long because it'll time out after like 2 or 3 days. But if you 3-star them so they don't match your ass again, they never tip you. You ain't got shit to worry about. But you 5-star them when they tip you. It's like, cool, now they back in the system again. Yeah, more like the 1-star if they don't tip. I like the 3-star. I don't know why the 3-stars, because see, 1-stars get kicked out of the system. They take the extremes out. They take the 1-stars out and it makes somebody look like they're a 5-star. So I say 2, 3-star they ass. Jeff said just the tip. Cut the parasite middleman. That's right, man. And that's what they are. They're parasites. They sit up here and they feed off of our work. They feed off of our backs. They feed off of the way we treat people, the way we laugh and we get now. We carrying luggage. We're carrying shit to the door for them. We're talking about the old school car they got in the driveway and shit. Talking about how nice they motherfucking lawn look because they lawn look good. How they, repainted the house and they're proud because they love their house. And man, you painted this shit up nice. This shit is nice. They feel good about it. So they send us $15. Motherfucking Lyft be like, $1. That's what you got. Man, I'm putting in work out here. I'm putting in work. And you gonna steal my motherfucking tip while I'm putting in work? Nah, shit's over. We're done with that. We're done with that lifestyle. We gotta do this shit different, man. If you earn that money and you really out there and you busting your ass and you getting it going on, there is no, well, we're gonna hold your tip for 30 days. No, I'm gonna get my shit tonight. I'm getting my tip tonight. Because I'm gonna start using Cash App, Venmo, shit like that. Northeast Mesa, same way. Always get tip. Oh, yeah, man. If you're way out there in Apache Junction, man, they tip you when they leave the bar. On the way out the bar, half of them got cash. That's why I love going out to Apache Junction. Half of them just reach. They old school people, man. They reach in their pocket. They be like, hold up for a second before I get out. They'll slide your $5 bill right up to the front. Love it. Mike's like, yo, what up, stock market mindset? My man's back in the building. Yeah, rideshare Lisa said, it makes me wonder. I had somebody who took to a fancy hotel and he said he loved my car and how clean it was, so nice, and I got a $2 tip. It didn't seem, Lisa, this shit happened to me last night. My video that's dropping today at 2:30, I said the same shit. I got a $2 tip from a great ride. We chatted, we talked. I mean, the guy was flying back in town. He had to go with his fiance because her mom's in hospice care. So we was talking about all hospice care and how to be there for family. And we had a great conversation, super conversation. This motherfucker got out on the app, $2. These apps don't know what we doing. They don't know how we relating to these people. They don't know how we, we're bonding with people while we drive. We're talking about everything under the sun, this and that while we drive. Then they turn around and they steal our fucking money. Here's $2, Jeff, when a motherfucker probably tipped me 15. So the app kept $13 because I did have a surge on that trip anyway. So they probably like, well, he already got a surge. Fucking take some of the surge out of his tip and just give him that much. Because they always adjusting our fares. They're always reclassing our money. And the government won't allow us to have legislation that allows us to audit tips. We should be allowed to audit exactly what happens in the system. But instead, and if we say, hey, we like to see the screen of this fare adjustment, we like to see what that fare adjustment was. Guaranteed, you go in, you see a tip amount disappear, and then you see the service fee go up, and you be like, wait a minute, the tip disappeared and the service fee went up. So my tip is now in your service fee now. Well, we just feel that. It's like, yeah, exactly. And that's the shit, man. Yeah, it was a $20 tip, but Lisa, they kept 18. Melvin, I be saying that shit all the time. After these great rides and these great conversations we be having, nobody's saying, oh, that was a $2 deal. That was $2 energy. That was $2 energy. No, that wasn't no motherfucking $2 energy. That was $20 energy. That was $15 energy, $10 energy, $2 energy, $1 energy. Come on, man. These apps be on some shit. They be on some shit, man. And it be getting me hot because people work hard, man, and we out here doing the best we can do with these prices of gas going up, prices of tires going up. I mean, I had a set of the set of tires I just bought for the front of my car. The set was about 170 when I originally saved them in my thing. They were like 198. So they went up $28. They went from 170, like 169 to 198 just from sitting on my list in 2 months. Because I was like, well, I'm gonna wait and make sure I need these tires or whatever. And I went ahead and ordered them when they started acting funny. The air started going out. But it went from 169.99 to 198. In 2 months, the price jumped that fast. $30. In 2 months, it jumped up that high. We ain't getting no increase in none of the money we're making, but all these prices are jumping up. Everything we're dealing with is jumping up. And these apps is like, not only is the price jumping up, we're going to steal your tip. We're going to surge you less. We ain't paying your tolls. We're not paying your cancellation fees. We're going to switch your rides. I mean, they're just fucking with people at this point. Man, what, Jeff, tonight, does surge kick off below the airport around 11 p.m. on Tuesday? Well, that was last night. Yeah. Because last night, I think surge was around 450 or something weird like that. But I started too early last night. I just got out about 7. I just wanted to see how the market was. I kind of cruised around side by ASU. Wasn't shit out there. Shit didn't really start jumping on my phone till almost 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. But shit really starts jumping when it hits like midnight. That's when I can tell the traffic is really picking up, about midnight. Melvin said, exactly, raggedy, stinky apps. Lyft is capping tips. Oh, Immortal, we know they capping them at like $40, $50, something crazy. Motherfuckers be wanting to tip you 100, they can't. They gonna tip you 50 and you're gonna get like 5. That's all you're gonna get is 5. It's like, shoot. What Kev says, got a good verbal tip the other day from a retired American flight attendant. If you're delivering to American and no bags to check in, take them to door 22 on South Side. You don't mess with traffic. Well, I like that, yeah. Oh, I always do South Side. North Side, people don't know, man, because when on the north side, when they come and do Terminal 3, they come down the hill and they'll come right there, like right past the little curve, and they'll just sit there. They don't even pull over to the right. Like, you got to come in and you got to go over to the right and park, even if you have to go up a little bit and over to the right. You can go up and over to these motherfuckers will come and they'll just stop right at the base of the hill and let people out right there. Now you got traffic trying to back up the hill and shit. I'm like, why did this person stop? Because they think because the right side, these 3 little stalls right here are taken up. But I'm like, it's more than 3 stalls. You got about 12 stalls. These 3 are dropping these people off. Go to the next one, you get another 3 or 4 in. Go to the next one, you get another 3 or 4 in. These motherfuckers can't drive out here, man. Be mad as hell, dude. I be going the fuck off. But they'll come right down and just stop and let people out. I'm like, you can't do this. Is a throughway. This is where a traffic goes through because we got other turnstiles we got to get to. You got to keep going, man. But airport irritates the shit out of me, man. And then you got people like on the south side. Let's say you coming down to 202 and now you passing Terminal 4, you head to Terminal 3. When I start getting close to Terminal 3, if I do not have to go to Terminal 3 South, I move over to the left lane. Because if you move over to the left lane, you allow the people who are like loading passengers or the people who have already unloaded and trying to come out, you give them a whole lane. You give them a whole free lane because all we do is everybody just shifts to the left. And your left becomes your driving lane now. Right is not your driving lane. Right becomes the entry lane for all of these people that's trying to come out. So shift to the left, move over to the left, and then you can go up the hill that way. These motherfuckers use both lanes as driving lanes. Then everything's back up. Nobody can get out. And I'm like, if you don't have to like get over and drop people off, get over, get out the way because all these people need to get out. They just loaded people up. They got to get out. And people don't, man, they don't have that brain for driving, dude. Like I tell motherfuckers, we professional drivers because we think about everything else. What Johnson say, you have to pay for your background checks. Oh, I haven't seen anything out here about it. I haven't seen it. I haven't looked in my phone for it. I think I got a Uber background check. I've been driving Uber. I don't think they've charged me for it. I haven't really looked at my fees and shit like that. They probably did. Who knows? Who knows? But I like to see somebody like if somebody really did have to pay for their background check, show me. Oh, that's Canada has to do it. Just that's Canada. Look at that. William said, man, I had to cancel a nature hike for 40. I got my private at 435. Exactly. You be like, man, I can't do this because you ain't gonna make it back. You're gonna take the 40 way up there and then come all the way back. And it's basically you just did $20 each way and you mess around, make a quarter a damn mile. Like I just made 25 cents a mile. Man. Merlin said, what's going on, raggedy drivers? And hello to those low ARs. All you motherfucking ragamuffins. That's a funny shit. He pull into the lot. Skirt. What's up, all you ragamuffins? And fucking burn out on their ass. They be like, who the fuck was that? Like, I don't know, man. That dude, that driver always calling us raggedy, man. Fuck him, man. Fuck him. What's up, all you raggedy bastards? Skirt. Peel out. Keep taking that trash. Bunch of trash. You need to fucking just throw out a trash services hat. Trash services. You need to wear that while you drive tonight because you be taking trash. Just drove Greg Newsom 2 out just here now. Greg Newsom 2. Who's Greg Newsom 2? I don't even know who Greg Newsom is. Wait, is that a governor or something like that? Yeah, exactly. Drew said, man, my shit never over 20%. Hey, Drew, last night my cancels are now higher than my AR. My cancels at 30%. My ARs keep dropping. I think it's like 28, 29. It's going to get lower because they sent out a lot of shit. Oh, the cornerback for the Browns. Okay. Greg Newsom second. Out here. All right, cool. Tell him I said, what's up, man? Tell him give me some tickets. I don't know him like that. I just dropped him off. I don't know him like that. He said, Belvin said, lovely Uber. They throttled me last night. I wouldn't take nature hikes. Yep. Spencer Fred. I forgot about my boy Spencer Fred. Yeah, man. Hey, man, my cancels get high because people don't be by their pickups. I don't like that shit. I don't deal with that. I don't pull up and sit there and wait and got to turn corners. What up, Naga? You got to turn corners, pick people up, tell people where you are. They tell you where they are. Now you circling buildings and shit for the next 5 minutes trying to find out who's who because they don't know how to read their phone. All they got to do is look at their phone and say, oh, shit, this is where the pickup is, but this is where I am. I guarantee the driver is where I put that pin. Let me go to that pin because that's where my driver is. These motherfuckers don't think like that. Man, I'm telling you, common sense is not common. These motherfuckers put a pickup pin somewhere, look at their phone and see where it is, be like, I don't see you. Because you ain't at the pickup pin, motherfucker. My clock don't start till I get to that pickup pin. I can't come to you. I got to go to the pickup pin. When I get there, I hit arrive. Or I get there and the timer starts. It don't start when I come to you. And a lot of these motherfuckers, we try to educate these riders because a lot of them, as much as they use these apps and everything else like that, they're on autopilot, man. They motherfucking NPCs, man. They're on autopilot. It's like they don't use any ounce of thought and logic for, hey, I'm inside of a building right now. He's going to come to the pickup pin outside of the building. He can't come inside of the building in his car. So I need to get outside of the building to that pickup pin because that's where his car is. These motherfuckers don't think like that. I'll be right I'll hit arrive. They be, where are you? I'm at the pickup pin in front of the building where you put, okay, I'll be right down. Like, what the fuck did you text me for? Like, that was the dumbest shit ever. It's like, if I hit arrived and I'm at exactly, look on your phone and see where you put the pickup pin. I mean, it's simple shit like that. Just simple shit. And I be trying to educate these drivers, man. I mean, these riders. Like, tell them, you guys got to start adding some thought to it. If you got, 4 or 5 people, you got luggage, you got all this shit, text your driver ahead of time to make sure he can fit all that shit. Some drivers got cleaning supplies in their car and they can't fit a whole bunch of shit in their car. So I'm like, oh yeah, man, we got some turntables, 2 motherfucking suitcases, a cat cage, motherfucking duck pond. We got all kind of shit we need to put in the back of your car. It's like, motherfucker, all that shit ain't gonna fit in my car. It's like, you got to text people ahead. You pull up and it's like, these motherfuckers moving. It's like, hold up, wait a fucking minute. Dude, I got a fucking, like a Subaru Impreza. Like, I can't take all that shit. What Cam said, since we still in the collection for Spencer Fred man pads. Exactly. Fuck Spencer Fred, man. Hey, Drew said, my cancel rate is 29%. You right up under me, man. You right there, brother. Same shit. Send me shit right when I hit my tap. That's what it is, man. They need that slide. If they don't have that slide, we can't get to it, man. They got to do something different. See, I try not to accidentally accept rides. My AR is 8. Damn. AR is 8%. You just sit there and just look at the screen. You be like doing yoga and shit. Be like, oh, man, let's see. Should I take this ride or not? Let me shake up you got that little number 8 with yes or no. You shake that motherfucker up. Wait till that shit come up. Doubt it. I can't take this ride. The little magic number 8 balls there. Doubt it. Like a motherfucker, don't take that ride. It's like, how'd your AR get so low? I got a magic 8 ball that I use to accept my rides. I don't do any of this without my fucking professional 8 ball. It's like, this is the professional Uber 8 ball. When a ride comes, shake it a few times. and look at it. What up, Briggs? He's like, yeah, the number 8 always is hell no. Shit. Exactly. That's what you need, the magic 8 ball for rideshare. Like, shake this. Highly unlikely. Like, yeah, it says highly unlikely. I'm not coming to fucking get you. It says highly unlikely. Oh, damn. Truck accident has a 60 closing Alma school. Yeah, y'all gonna have to. And it's at Alma school. That's the worst one to be at, because if you don't get up at Alma school, you gotta go down to country club. And if you got to get off before that, you got to take the 10 South, or you got to get off at like McClintock or 10 South, something, Rule maybe, or 10 South. That's a horrible way to have it, man. Because everybody's got to now go south, hit Guadalupe or Elliott, and then go and then come back. Damn, that's crazy, man. That's the worst place to have it right there. Because there's one thing to have it at Country Club. You can get around that shit. You can just say, hey, everybody get up at Alma School, or everybody get up at Mesa, the next one. But nah, Alma School is the worst place to have it. That is like, yeah. Somebody probably got lost. They were probably going and was like, oh shit, I got to get off the highway right here. Bam. Oh, what Drew say? My favorite are the people at concerts or sporting events that still inside the venue. Then you're gonna wait 15 minutes for them to come out. Nope, cancel. Exactly. And that's the thing, Drew. So they'll be in the concert and they know it's gonna take them 20 minutes just to walk out. The app's gonna give them 5 minutes. I'm like, why would you order a ride from? Oh, I just wanted to make sure I can get a ride. That's the kind of shit they be saying. But you're not tipping for the amount of time you're gonna have somebody wait 10 extra minutes after the timer goes. And you ain't even gonna sit up there and tip these people anyway, because you paid too much for the fare anyways. So drivers lose out on shit like that. You see somebody inside of the venue, don't even take it. But usually we won't see it until we accept the ride. Once we accept it, now we see the pickup pin and we see the person's icon. Now we know where they are. Cancel. Accepted by accident. Fuck that shit. Damn, cement truck overturned. Woo, I'm glad I ain't out there, man. That shit'll be all over your car, man. That shit'll get, and cement, that shit scratches up clear coats, paints, eats away shit, man. Yeah, opportunity cost. That's it, brother. Opportunity cost. Cancel and be like, hey, anybody need a ride? My ride just canceled. $50 rides right now. Oh, dude, we just need to go like 5 miles this way. $50 rides. Let's go. Yeah, if they inside the venue, cancel. Be like, nope, we're not waiting for you. Because anything can happen. You know, they be out there taking selfies and shit, taking pictures, meeting people, running to people they know. Oh, I didn't know you came to the concert. Oh, my God. It's in there chatting like you ain't out there. Like, motherfucker, one dude came to the car, sat in the car, and was like, hey, she'll be here in a minute. She just ran to her friend. I'm like, I'm sitting on Mill Avenue, and they're sitting there, that's like all the ASU students, and she's in there talking to a friend. And dude came and got in the car. I almost told him, man, you need to get the fuck out. It was like, if she ain't here, you ain't here. You got to get out. And they'll do that shit. They'll come sit somebody in the car just to hold the car there. It's like, man, I learned my lesson that day. Yeah. Randy, he says, yo, I hit 1,300 last week. I'm able to hit like 300 a day now. I think things are getting better. That's what's up, man. Hey, start stacking that shit for a rainy day, man. As long as you got that run going, keep it going. Because that shit's drying up for a lot of us in a lot of different markets that ain't usually dry. And Phoenix is not really a dry market. They're trying to make it a dry market because the apps know that these riders pay a lot. They know these riders pay a lot because these riders got money to go out, they're here for like bachelorette parties and droves all the fucking time. The riders here got a lot of money. They know that. So what they're doing is saying, let's get as much out of the riders as we can. Well, what about the drivers? Fuck the drivers. We ain't worried about them. These drivers are paying, these riders out here for a normal $40 ride. Some of these riders are paying, 50, 55 for it, 15 extra dollars. And the driver ain't getting no extra money. Like for a ride that used to be 40, it's now 55. The driver's still getting like $18 out of that shit. No matter what it is, the driver's going to get $18. But they just keep raising the money at rate. And that means we ain't getting tips. Either we ain't getting tips or they keeping our tips. But it's like they don't, man. And with the influx of people that are coming here because the cost of living was a little bit cheaper. So the influx of people coming in here, instead of them working a regular, traditional job, they just run the ride share. They just go straight to ride share. They be like, I'm gonna rent a car or I'm gonna borrow a car, I'm gonna do this, and they go straight to ride share. They don't even know these streets. They don't know these areas. And a lot of them, the first thing they do to learn this city is they go to the airport. So they sit at the airport, dry the surge up, and none of us get surges now at the airport. It's rare that we get a really good surge at the airport because every time you go there, the whole lot's full of people. And many of them are like former W-2 workers who moved out here. They got to get shit going, trying to get life going. Trying to drive the best they can, trying to do shit the smart way. I get it. They trying to do shit the smart way. But we got to keep fighting against these apps. If we're going to make the money we used to make, the apps know we got a huge supply of drivers now. Apps like, man, the Phoenix supply of drivers really ballooned. We don't have to pay them shit. It really ballooned up. Still stand your ground. We don't give a fuck how many drivers out here. We all want the same amount of money. Don't take no shit rides. Keep fighting for it. Yeah, Immortal said a lot of drivers use the whole 5 minutes because it's the only time for them to use power in their powerless lives. We're gonna make him wait. He just canceled me. Like, you fucking right, I did. I didn't see your icon moving. You had 60 seconds to budge. You didn't budge. I can't believe it. I'm calling the app. He just canceled me. He didn't give me any time. Like, motherfucker was somebody across the street needed a ride. Like, shit. I see the motherfuckers on their phone all up and down the street. If you see a lot of people on their phones in your area, shit, cancel that slow motherfucker. Because guarantee it's going to say like 0.2 of a mile, like a quarter right down the street. Take that person. Quick ride just like that. And it'll be a better ride. Oh, $17 for like 8 miles. Let's do it. Shit, I'll do that shit every day. Bigfoot Dasher, what's good? Say, how's everyone in the donut shop? Hey, we're in here enjoying these crusty dusties, these old dusty ass rides. That's about it. Yeah, Silver Fox. That's what they use him as. They use him as an anchor. And then a dude did me like that the other day at Circle K. He left his motherfucking backpack in my car, and I was like, I hate what he's a dude. I'm just gonna run in real. Luckily, it was a small line, but you know, it could have went quicker. But the fact that he left that fucking bag in my car, that was his anchor right there. He knew I couldn't leave because of that bag. Man, I'd be ready to throw that shit out my window. And that's what they do, man. And when they know that you can just take off and leave him, because he only had to go like around the corner after that. So I was basically almost at his house. He just wanted to stop at Circle K before we got to his house. I could have ended the ride right there and got the same amount of money, but he left that backpack in the back of my car. And I'm like, this motherfucker just got me. Yeah, Drew. Drew said, I could be doing a cash ride, taking someone 2 miles for $20 or more, not wanting to wait for a $10 ride. Nah, fam. And that's how it be at them concerts, man. And the apps have figured that out. They figured out exactly. And I think, honestly, some of these apps got employees or something like that going, hey, do me a favor. Just go out to that concert. Just drive out there, take a look and see what you see. Oh, man, it's a whole bunch of drivers out there with they fucking phones in their hand. They all taking cash rides and everything else. Oh, that's why they're whole lot full of drivers. Ain't nobody apps on. It's like, hell yeah. It's like these drivers are getting smart because they like, why am I going to do this ride for you for $19 when I can turn around and get $60 for the exact same ride? I can do it for 19. You charging a person 80. I'll get 19 out of it. But the person might just say, hey, I'll just give you $60 and it's a done deal. These apps need to realize we don't need the apps to necessarily make money every time. But the apps need drivers to make money. That's where they fucked up. They need us to make money. So if they don't treat us right, we'll find a way to make some money. And they ass is going to be sitting there like, dude, we're not covering as many rides every week no more. We're not doing as many rides every week because drivers are like doing cash rides. They're canceling rides. They're declining rides. Their revenue is going to start going down. They're going to need to take out loans. And when they take out loans and they don't pay those loans, that's when the app's credit is going to go through the fucking floor. They're going to have a horrible credit rating on the stock market. Like they've missed 2 or 3 interest payments. And that's what they're using our tips for, to pay these fucking interest payments on all these big ass loans they got out. So the moment we turn around and say, no, we ain't doing this shit no more, they're going to start missing interest payments. And that's when their credit rating goes into the ground. They won't be able to borrow no more. They're going to have to start really dealing with drivers now. Now you got to deal with drivers straight up. Yeah, we trying to get paid. This crusty dusty ass playing games. We can play the games as well. Hell yeah, man. And that's what we do, man. Because we know how corporate works. All corporations got credit lines. All credit lines have interest payments due at certain points. If you start missing interest payments at certain points, your credit rating goes down. When your credit rating goes down, you don't get investors to invest in you because they say you can't even meet your obligations. If you can't meet your obligations, you're not getting the revenue you need to meet those obligations, which means you ain't getting the revenue. You're not generating enough profit, which means I'm giving you investments that I ain't ever going to see again. You'll be using my money to cover prior obligations. Pyramid scheme. Pyramid scheme is when you use new people's money to pay off the old people. And that's what these apps would have to do. Use new people's money. Right now, they're using drivers' money. They're using our tips and all of our shit right now to pay off old shit. So when we don't see our tips, when we don't see this, we don't see that, we're getting canceled, deactivated, keeping all of our money. They're using drivers' current money to pay off old shit. Pyramid scheme tactics. That's all it is. And we wonder, man, why we ain't getting our tips? Why? Just think, if they do $20, if they steal $20 from each one of us every day, $20 a day they steal from us for eternity, forever. And we know they doing more than that because I did 25 rides one weekend and got tipped on 5 rides out of the 25. I guarantee more people tip me. So they stealing hundreds of dollars from drivers, hundreds, thousands from drivers. And they're paying off loans. They're paying off interest. They're paying off, investments that they promised people that they was going to pay off. What up, Medina? And so they're sitting there doing that shit. To me, it's a pyramid scheme. You taking it, and instead of them taking in new investors' money, they're taking in drivers, and because we're investing too. We're partially investors in this company. We've all went out and bought equipment. We use our time. We do a lot. We're partial investors in this company. So they're taking investors' money and paying off their obligations with it. That's a pyramid scheme. That's a pyramid scheme. And we can't even audit what's going on. They won't even allow us to audit it. The government should be like, listen, there should be an audit trail between contractors and the apps. We need an audit trail because everybody's got to pay their taxes. Everybody's got to file taxes, do shit like this. Without an audit trail, we don't know if we're reporting the right shit or not. We have no idea. We haven't audited our own books before we submit it for taxes. Every corporation, every company audits their books first. They audit everything, then they submit. Because if they submit for their taxes before an audit, they're going to mess around and get audited because they're getting reports from different places saying, well, this place said you got this much from them. This place said you got this much from them, but you're saying this much. We got to audit you. That's why you audit your books and audit all your shit before you submit your taxes. But yet we don't right now. They're not allowing nobody to do that. Not allowing nobody to do it. And I think the government has a lot to do with it because they know what's going on. They're not stupid. All these motherfuckers is in on it. They all in on it. And here we are, American citizens, paying more every day in service fees. We're paying service fees to work. Hundreds of dollars a day in service fees just to work. Hundreds a day. If we make $300 a day, we probably pay between $300 and $500 in service fees that day to work. So if you charging somebody $500 a day to work, that's a lot of fucking money. 4 days, you just made $2,000 off that damn driver. You made 2 G's off that driver. Because they say, hey man, we making $500 in service fees a day off this dude. We paying him $350, and we keeping about 70% of the money. So we keeping about anywhere between $500, $600. And we sitting there just banking on his ass. He's making 2 G's. We making 2 G's a week off this driver. Now put that shit on all drivers across the board. That's how much we pay a lot to work for these apps. We pay a lot because when we make the money, they call us like the whole fare. Like if somebody pays $100, they say that we made the $100. That's how they say it. We made the 100. The driver made the 100. But then they say we paid service fees of X amount of dollars. So our profit would be this amount. That would be our gross profit. Our net profit would be less all of our direct expenses that we do with our car and everything else. I know how these fucking apps be, man. And they running a table on us. Yep, they in bed with the government, man. I know it. Even all over the world. That's the thing. It's all over the world. It's not even just in fucking America. This shit's all over the world, man. What do they? I hope Cruise goes out of business. Those damn robocars just drive around mostly empty because causing traffic jams for no reason. When I'm empty, I'm mostly sitting in the declining trash. Fucking them Cruise apps. Yeah, Mary, I'll see you. What you say. Hey, Uber, sadly, there's many drivers that don't understand the fees they charge the driver. Some have said to me, big deal. It's all TA. It's all deductible. No, but you can't sit and say your rent on your house is going to be paid because you walk around with a logic going, oh, well, all these service fees are deductible. Your landlord going to be like, I have no idea what the fuck you talking about, service fees. I need you to pay this mortgage. I need you to pay this rent. Oh, man, I be getting all these service fees, man. But guess what? They all deductible anyways. They all tax deductible. They'll be like, that ain't got shit to do with you paying rent. And that's what I tell motherfuckers. Give me the money. Let me decide on what I want to do with it. Don't try to service fee me to death. Don't try to tax me to death. No, give me the money. Let me handle business. And in the end, I'll take care of you on the back end. Yeah, it's no money, man. No money. And they want to sit around and talk about, I'm going to write this off. I'm going to write that off. I'm going to write this off. In a minute, your landlord going to write you off because you ain't paying rent. Because you ain't worried about all these fees and all these deductibles and all this shit going. Nobody cares about all that. I'm looking at the money. How much money do I get to bring home and a profit margin to make sure that this roof is still over my head? That's my main concern. All this other shit they talking is not of my concern. And a lot of these drivers, they don't get it. They don't get it yet. They want to, oh yeah, I be doing this and I be like, what's your profit margin? Are you going to be able to keep, well, I can write all this stuff off. I write all these miles off. I drive a lot of miles because I can write all these miles off. Well, your landlord going to write you off next. You're going to be like, well, I'm homeless. How'd you get homeless, man? You doing all these write-offs and shit. Yeah, these write-offs ain't got shit to do with my rent. Exactly. It's like, man. Yep, landlord going to have sheriffs kicking your ass out the crib. It's funny. I know it. He said, can't pay your service, can't pay your bills with service fees or high AR. Real shit. Because we do this for the money. This is why we doing it. And we know the day will come when they will deactivate anybody at the drop of a hat. That's one big problem that nobody ever wants to fucking talk about. Just deactivate you at the drop of a hat. And then you got to sit up there and be like, well, I only got like $800 in my name. I got 900. I got to do something else. No, that's why we need our profits up front. So we're not desperate enough to do random shit for these ragged ass apps. We shouldn't be that damn desperate. We're contractors. We run business. And if we're running business the right way, even if they try to pull some shady shit on us or whatever, we got a little time. We got a little money. We got a little time because we were worried about profits and focused on profits, not focused on making sure our AR was high so they ass stayed banked up. I'm not worried about banking these app ups. These apps got finance departments that deal with all that shit. I'm not the app's finance department. I don't worry about the app money. I got to worry about my money. I'm my own finance department. And when shit's kind of backwards, shit's fucked up, decline, cancel. Nope, not doing it. Because my finance department can't afford that. My finance department tells me, Jeff, you need to make this much per mile, not run out your gas, not run your car into the ground. You need to do this. And if you can do this, this is what you can net in a year probably, so you can cover all your bills. That's what my finance department tells me. Shit don't say nothing about AR. Jeff, at the end of the year, if your AR is still 98%, you should be able to afford everything. Yeah, right. This motherfucker brand new $10,000 engine. It's like, yeah, I just blew my engine out, goddamn it. See, there you go, Mel. The Big Dasher said 98% AR to 89% AR. I'm going the right way now. See, Big Dasher, you just started, man. You just started. And everybody, see, Bigfoot Dasher used to be a dasher, but something happened with his dashing account. So now he's doing rideshare. He just started rideshare. So he did his first rideshare ride the other day. I actually clicked like on the video. I didn't get the comment on it, but I saw you lifting the guy's luggage up and stuff like that in there. But like I said, man, welcome to the rideshare family. It's not going to be easy, but this shit is not for the faint of heart. A lot of people can't take these ass kickings, man. And we take them all the time, but we bounce back. We come back, we regroup, we get back, we talk to each other, we figure shit out. That's how we do, man. Yeah, Wakanda is the best tier, not Uber Diamond. We're vibranium over here, goddammit. Mary Poppins, I appreciate that. I really appreciate you, Uber, for spreading the word on all of this. Hey, think nothing of it, really, because this helps all of us. And I got to tell everybody, and that's why I had to make my new design. Knowledge is power. Share the wealth. We have a wealth of information on this channel. There is a wealth of information. All this information in the chat, in the comments, everything. These strings transfer to money in the bank. They transfer over to money. This ain't just a lot of people bragging and fucking around. And no, we don't do that. We share information because we hope that each person slowly starts increasing their bank account, slowly through just smart moves, lowering your expenses, doing smarter drives, higher profit margins, because I want people to be able to take care of themselves. I don't like relying on these fucking apps. Well, oh man, I need to pay rent. I got to hear them get out and drive. I got to take all these shit rides just to make, no. I got to pay for this damn rental car. I got to pay for this rental car. I got to, hurry up and drive. No, fuck all that. We need to be able to sustain ourselves as good people, as humans, good sources of energy. Wake up and be like, you know what? Today I'm going to go out. I'm going to drive 4 hours, see how the 4 hours feel, hopefully make some money, park, eat some dinner, hang out, call a couple of friends, hang out with my dogs, probably go out another 4 hours later. You can work 8 hours a day, full-time hours, 8 hours a day, but you're working in 2 4-hour blocks. It could be done. You don't have to work 8 hours in one lump sum. You don't work 10, 12 in one lump sum. With rideshare, you can do that shit sporadically, but as long as you keep it profitable, that's what we care about as drivers that care about each other. As long as you keep those 8 hours profitable, you don't let them run you into the ground. Because in 8 hours, you can make $300-400 in 8 hours. But with the way that a lot of these drivers in 8 hours, they're only making like $150 in 8 hours. It's like, no, you can't live like that. I mean, because then you're doing worse than a W-2 because you're using fuel, tires, brakes, you're tearing your car up for less than what you get at a W-2. So man, we got to do shit the right way, man. We do stuff the smart way. Oh, Briggs said 1 year of Ubering was enough for me. Yeah, I'm telling you, it could be like that, brother. In some of these markets out there, woo, man, it can get crazy. It can get crazy. Gigging with Buddha said, I make 450 in 8 hours. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it used to be like that out here in Phoenix, but they've been, like I said, with that last update, they're doing something screwy, and it's forcing me to rethink, how I'm doing shit. So instead of me just going out, like I said, I used to go out at 9. I went out at 7 last night. So I need to start getting out either a little bit during the daytime, go far away from traffic, like out to the outskirts, do rides in the outskirts, and then at night come back towards the busy parts of town. But I gotta come up with a new plan, because with the last update, my strategy is not working out the way it's supposed to be, man. I used to be doing 450 in 8 hours, easy. I can, 5 hours, knock out $300-400 in 5 hours, easy. It's not like that no more. So that means we got to come back to the drawing boards, be like, all right, what's going on in my market, man? How I got to figure this shit out? How I got to do it? And that's just what it is, man. Stan Jenkins, hey, he says, just to send you something to your Cash App. Lunch on me. I'm about to go out and do some work. Sending positive energy. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Hey, let me see what you got for me, brother. Man, I appreciate that, Mr. Jenkins. Stanley Jenkins Motorsports. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be eating some lunch, my man. I'm gonna go be a couple of crusty dusties and some more juice, brother. Thank you, my man, Stanley Jenkins. Hey, and everybody liked that spoiler. Everybody, even at the airport, I pulled up last night to the airport to pick this dude up. He was like, damn, they got race cars on the app now. Dude was funny. He said, they got race cars on the app now. I pulled up like, man, I'll be flying through the airport. Like, yeah, we got race cars. It's Stanley Jenkins Motorsports, baby. Get back. What up, Paris? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, Kev, that's what it is, man. So that's what you do. Break up the day. Why be on when you're either declining trash or not getting interest? Yeah. And more drivers should think about that. Break up your day a little bit instead of, starting at 4:30 in the morning and you ain't walking back in the house till 10, 11 o'clock at night. That shit's crazy. That's crazy to me. It's like you can just stay in your area, pick rides for about 3 or 4 hours, see what you come up with. If it's nothing cool, park the car, come relax for a minute. Gig work, we got time to chill, man. We got time to chill. And what Drew said, Lawson used to be good every day. Now weekends are dead silent, all trash. Only weekends are good here. Yeah. And that's how it used to be here, Drew, man. Weekends, I used to only work. You can look at all my older videos. Dude, I could work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every weekend. 1,500, 2,000, 1,500, 2,000, every single weekend. Now, a weekend, $600. Dead serious. I don't bullshit. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. $600. Dead air, dead time, no surge, no rides, no tips. $600. I'm out. I'm done. Nope. Fuck that. Because I used to start my shit up Friday. Red everywhere. Picking up people, dropping them off, surge, tips flying through. Here's 15, here's 20. I mean, it used to be good, man. It used to be good. But when these tips started drying up, and that's why people are like, oh, well, how do you know they're? I'm like, dude, people don't all just stop tipping at the same time. Both apps, it happened like that. It was going good with tips, good with tips, good with tips, and all of a sudden, it just dried up. Like, you get one tip out of 5 trips. When you used to see a tip pop up after every trip, bing, $3, $5, $7, $9, $20, $40. Just tips popping up after every trip. Now, 2 days later, $3.16 tip. 2 days later, $7.60. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers is not tipping like that. Something's wrong. This is race cars. Stanley Jenkins Motorsports about to hit the Memphis track. Real shit. Man, I'm gonna have to get you a Stanley Jenkins Motorsports shirt. You're gonna be like, dude, that shit's sick. Stanley Jenkins Motorsports. They're gonna like, what is that? It's like, oh, you ain't ready for that. That's some Uber shit. You ain't ready for that. These is all fast Uber cars. Stanley Jenkins Motorsports, baby. We do rideshare. This is rideshare racing. We make motherfuckers buckle up. They got 5-point harnesses and shit, helmets. Motherfucker get in the car and put on a helmet. Like, what is it? This is rideshare racing, baby. Stanley Jenkins Motorsports. Where y'all going? Just to Walmart. That's it. Buckle up, motherfucker. They be like, whoa. Motherfuckers like, skirt. Like, baby, this is rideshare racing. Stanley Jenkins Motorsports. You ain't ready for this shit. They be killing me, man. That's just funny as a motherfucker. Wait, 55 hours last week in Memphis, 2,200. Hope the market picks up in your city. Yeah, I need to, man. I got to end up putting in some more hours. Definitely. I'm going to put in some more hours because I already know, this week, I already got like what, 100 something bucks. And it's pretty good. 100 something. That's my gas for the week. Cause like I said, I put up gas last night, $67. That'll last me like 3 or 4 days. So that 67 from last night should last me until either Friday night, Saturday morning. So it should be good. Because I don't do that many trips a night. But even without doing that many trips, as long as they're good, it shouldn't cost a lot. Because I did an eighth of a tank. I did an eighth of a tank last night and made about $140 on an eighth of a tank. So, a quarter of a tank would run me $280. So if I do that 4 times, that's almost $1,000 a tank right there. Almost $1,000 a tank. And that's what I'm trying to do. Only smart rides. Like I said, I'd rather sit, chill, go through some administrative shit, do whatever, chat with people, answer comments back. When a good ride pops up, take that good ride. Leave them shit rides alone, because the fares are never going to go up if we keep taking those shit rides. What? Just got a message from Uber. Motherfuckers, wait time extended to 7 minutes. Bullshit. Wait time is extended to 7 minutes. Oh, these motherfuckers is not getting waited on. No, not for no 7 minutes. That means that's 15 every 2 trips. That's 15 minutes. Every 2 trips is 15 minutes. If you do 8 trips a day, you just gave away a free fucking hour. No, hell no. We ain't doing that. No. Every 8 trips, you can give away an hour of time for free. And if you making $40, $50, $60 an hour, is Uber going to just give you a free $60? Yeah, I don't know how much time it is for real, because I don't wait. Usually I don't even wait, man. Yeah, I don't wait. Like, I give somebody about 2 minutes, and that's about it. Because I'm a night driver, and I tell motherfuckers, my safety comes before this bullshit. So if I'm sitting outside, anybody can just roll up in the car, jump out, get out the car. So I sit for a couple of minutes, keep my eyes in the rear view, keep my eyes ahead of me. If I don't see a motherfucker moving, cancel, drive off. I'm not about to get carjacked waiting on a motherfucker for no 7 minutes sitting somewhere, not even knowing who these people are. They could be like, hey, man, I got this orange BMW sitting outside, dog. Hey, he think we coming out. We ain't coming out. Just roll up and get him. I don't know these motherfuckers like that, but I ain't trying to know them like that. If you ain't ready when I pull up, you ain't ready to go, you can get the next fucking ride. Because I'm off already. I'm off. Motherfucker, why you be canceling? Because I ain't got time for no bullshit. I just don't. It's like, if you ready for the ride, hit me up. If you not ready for it, next. But I'm not about to sit around in a goddamn luxury car on a dark ass street in the middle of the night waiting on some people I don't fucking know. No, I'm not that stupid. It's like, no, I'm cool on that shit. It's like, hell, I wouldn't even wait on a motherfucking mountain bike for these motherfuckers. They'll take the goddamn mountain bike. Like, yeah, man, we got a motherfucking mountain bike. We got his ass. Fuck that. No, it's 2 + 3 they were testing. Now 2 + 5 is everywhere. Yeah, they get that too. That's it. You get that too. That other shit, nope. Yep, exactly. Wait that too and hit the corner. Skirt. I ain't waiting because I don't know these people like that, man. Motherfuckers need to be like, hey, man, we'll be down in a minute. Hey, you came a little bit earlier. Hey, we'll tip you $5. Just wait for us. Hey, something. But I'm not about to sit there and, yeah, bring your dogs out. The big dog will get them. The big dog will lick them to death. Especially in apartment complexes. Apartment complexes are very transient. You don't know who's anywhere. So if I'm sitting somewhere and there's one way in, one way out, what up, Hot Facts, Robert Reese? Yeah, if there's one way in, one way out, I'm going to face my car toward the way out. That's it. I'm facing my car toward the way out. Because if I got to gas this motherfucker and go, I'm out of it. I'm running motherfuckers over. I'm getting the fuck up out of there. But I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. But I'm looking in apartment corridors. I'm looking in hallways. I'm looking between cars. I'm in my rear view. I'm always on point. Middle of the night, I'm always on point. Oh, man. And I don't like that shit, Drew. And they got me like that a couple of times. They get me to an industrial area and nobody comes out. I'll take off. Because I'm like, they could probably fucking try to carjack you and throw you in an empty-ass warehouse or some shit. Motherfucker find you some days later. Well, we found his car 2 cities away, and we found him in an empty warehouse. Nah, them, and even in my videos, motherfuckers see them industrial parks I cruise through. I do one pass. That's it. You get one pass. I'll come. If I don't see a motherfucker on the curb with a glowing phone, you miss your chance. You cannot be in the building because you see where I'm at, and you see the car show up. If you in that building, I'll pull up to the front door. I'll look in. If it's dark, everything's dark. Boom, cancel. Drive off. Get another ride. Because I don't deal with that shit, man. Like I said, too many people out here are not street savvy. They don't understand how quick a motherfucker set him up. And they be sitting there like, well, the guy wanted a ride. Like, dude, this business park been like fucking prohibited from entry for like the last 2 years. What are you doing picking up people over here? Well, that's where the pin was. I just went to where the pin was. Like, all right, motherfucker, you about to get carjacked. But and especially when I pull up and I see chains on gates and shit like that. And sometimes it'd be somebody getting off work, but they gotta be out there. They have to, if they're not out there, I'll cancel. They can get the next ride. Yeah, guest rides. Oh, I started seeing that shit, man. And you gotta look for that. You've got to look for that. And you can see it right next to the number, the rating. It'll say guest ride. Look for them guest rides, y'all, because you have no idea what the hell's going on. None. They don't tell you who you picking up, what the person look like, if that person's verified or not. And we always talk about, well, the account holder should be verified. They should be, have a background check and all that. All right, hot facts, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right, brother. Get in, get your live on, brother. Get your live on. That's what's up, man. And when you see like that guest hasn't been vetted by the apps. They don't vet guests. A guest could be somebody that got deactivated. It could be a fucking felon. It could be somebody ready to commit a felony. It could be somebody in court right now for some shit. You don't know. It just says guest. So we arguing about riders not being vetted properly. They don't vet guests at all. A guest is what it is. You have no idea who you dealing with. So when I see guests, yeah, I'm cancel. I don't know guests. Motherfucker better text me and me if I get it and they text me and they say, hey, you're picking up my husband from work. His name's Robert. He should be wearing this. He's got a lunchbox. All right, cool. But motherfuckers just picking up guests and they don't text you or nothing. Like, nah, fuck that. See, look at that. Drew said that shit. Some woman got robbed and murdered during a ride that was called by some dude using his girlfriend's phone. See? Oh, I just saw that, I think. That was like within the past week. She was a mother of 3. I think I saw that, man. I saw something. I think that was it. I'll be seeing some stuff on YouTube every once in a while. Man, yeah, but you're right, man. I don't do that shit, man. Nope. Don't do guests. And if motherfuckers, like I said, if you get there and let's say you're picking up for Sarah and you see 3 dudes walking up, Sarah should have already messaged you already about it. So drive off and let motherfucker text you. Let him text you. Where are you going? That was my boyfriend and this motherfucker. You need to text me ahead of time about that. I don't need no surprise rides. It's 2:00 in the fucking morning. I think I'm here to pick up Sarah with the picture sitting here. I'll pull up and there's 3 dudes walking up with jackets on and at the end of fucking summertime. No, fuck that. I'm not stupid. Get another ride. I don't give a fuck if they not trying to do no shady shit or not. Ain't nothing happening on my watch like that. I'm out. What Stanley say? Stanley said, went to an apartment 2 weeks ago in North Memphis, and the guy had the handle of a gun hanging out of his chest bag. I told him I can't take him and sped off. Skirt, man. Because you don't know, Stanley. You don't know. Because these motherfuckers might be looking for just somebody unsuspecting. They might be looking up something like, hey, man, I'm going to get an Uber. I can have a car, dude. I'll get a car, and I'll get the dude, and I'll be down there, motherfucker. I'll be over in Arkansas in about an hour. Man. You don't know. Motherfucker just carjack a driver, shoot you, do whatever, just have you at gunpoint, kick you out your car. Your shit be found in goddamn West Memphis somewhere on a back road. I told you I was going to get over here, man. I just need to find an Uber driver that was stupid. It's like, shit, not me. That's why I love driving my motherfucking stick shift. Let a motherfucker try to take that shit. Hey, if you can drive it, I'll run off. You'll be sitting there like a motherfucker. I'll turn the key off and everything. You don't know how to turn the motherfucker back on. Like, dude, how does he turn his car on? Yeah, it's a stick shift. You don't know. That's what I have felons a couple times. Motherfuckers weird. Yeah. Hey, and you pick up from downtown. If we pick up from downtown Phoenix, middle of the night, you be picking up from like, Joan or Jeanette or Dawn, something like that. But you pull up and it's a dude, like hair ain't fucking combed and shit. Motherfucker got like looking scraggly as a motherfucker. Yeah, man, I just got out. My girl got me a ride. That should happen to me a couple of times. Now, when I get rides downtown in that area, I automatically decline them. Automatically. Because I'm tired of people doing that shit and not texting the driver. Like, it's cool. I'm not going to handle myself and shit like that. But it's just GP, general principle. Text a motherfucker. Hey, my name's Don. But, my boyfriend Robert just got out of jail. His phone's dead. Can you at least send a motherfucker a message? And they don't even, give us how many riders are going to be there. It'd be nice if the app said, hey, man, you're going to get 4 people. You're going to get 4 people when you show up. Be looking for 4 people, a group of 4. All right, be looking for a group of 2. It's only 2 people, a husband and wife. Cool. Let us know how many people we're looking for when we get there. All we have is a name. And we pull up, and there's like 3, 4 people jumping in the car. Motherfuckers smelling like weed and shit. It's cool. Like, I don't care if you smell like weed, it's legal like a motherfucker. It's just like smelling like alcohol. It's the same fucking thing. But it kind of makes the situation a little off because we know when people are on shit, they ain't like the best sound judgment. Like, I don't like when drunk or high motherfuckers sit in my front seat because they like to try to mess with my radio. I don't know what it is about high and drunk people fucking with a radio. And it's like, dude, you can ask me for a song, cool. But don't be like, oh man, let me find a song for me. For one thing, you can't touch my radio while the car is moving. The BMW radio locks up. You can't touch it. It just goes it's solid. And it says wait until the car is like not in motion before you can use it. The motherfuckers be touching and pushing and moving it. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. My car is moving right now. Oh man, I'm just gonna find this song, man. I'm gonna find a song for you, dog. I'm like, why the fuck did the drunk motherfucker get in the front seat? Why don't the drunk people sit in the back? What the fuck, man? Wait, Drew said I had someone fucking request me on the freeway. Nope, canceled. Hey, Melvin said the same shit. Hey, discrimination is the only way to stay safe. Lyft and Uber both, they both welcome discrimination. Because if you want to feel safe, you request the person you're safer with. You can discriminate. I could be the safest motherfucker you ever ride with, ever. But Lyft and Uber says, we're going to allow you to choose a non-binary or a woman. You don't have to ride with Jeff. Motherfucker, I could be the safest person you met all week. But discrimination is the only way that people feel you can stay safe. You probably won't be safe with Jeff. So we're going to allow you to choose somebody that you feel safer with. Discriminate. Base it on who you think they are, not who you know they are. Who do you think they are? Now base it. Yeah. Hey, where's it? And they always got the same smell too. Exactly. It's like that dispensary sells some fucking skunk weed, man. That weed always smell like fucking dirty laundry. That shit smell like good weed mixed with dirty laundry. Like, what the fuck, man? And goddamn like paste. Something weird, like a weird ass pasty fucking smell. Doc said, I always cancel a group of black women when I pull up. Guaranteed, no tip most of the time. That's funny shit. He said, I just cancel a group of black women. And they be like, well, we're going to call a woman anyways, you asshole. It's like, all right, bet. No. And it's funny because usually it's like the older black women are the ones that appreciate conversation because we talk about a lot of old school shit. We chat about old school, laughing about life, cracking up, talking about upbringing kids and grandkids and shit like that. So most people, because I can relate to them. I mean, I was raised by a black woman. I grew up around black women. Black women, they took care of my ass, kept my ass out of fucking prison my whole motherfucking life. So I can relate. So I can chat with a group of black women. That's easy for me. But like the younger generation that I can't relate to, the ones that be sipping on lean and shit like that, I can't relate to them motherfuckers because I don't sip on lean. I don't do that shit. So I don't understand. So I'm sitting here like, I'll talk to the older people and we'll laugh and we'll joke, we'll crack up. Every once in a while they'll slide me, $5, $10. A lot of times they don't. But many times it's just the conversation, the energy and shit like that. We'll slide it over. We're like, all right, cool. But when it comes to, just chopping it up with people and all, the younger black crowd, man, they're hard to deal with. They're like, yeah, man, we finna go over here real quick, pick up this motherfucking lean. I'm finna get this, this green Joe, Jinjo, and I'm finna go get this strain from the dispensary. It's called, Mango Tango. I'm finna smoke on some Lingo Ringo. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? You over here Dr. Seuss me to fucking death. I don't know what you talking about. Man, you don't know about that Lingo, Wingo, Mango Tango? Motherfucker, I ain't never heard of that shit. Yeah, man. The one rapper talk about Little Poppy. Who the fuck is Little Poppy? Yeah, that one, he big, man. Little Poppy talk about Ringo, Tingo, Wango, Tango. Like, dude, y'all get the fuck out of my car, man. Talking all this Dr. Seuss shit. Hey, Wes, they be crazy, man. That fucking chat, man, that chat be crazy. He says, and be all entitled, have an attitude for no reason. So I'm black and two black men could be cool. It be them females, man. And you know what's funny? And that's probably why they doing that women choose women stuff a lot. Because a lot of women say that they don't have women friends. Like a lot of black women say, well, I don't have a lot of black women friends. It's like, why? Because they're just catty. They're just fucking catty. And so it's like, okay, so if black women don't have a lot of black women friends because they feel that they're catty, then that's how they are probably in life for the most part. But then you got to give them a ride. You're dealing with this like aggression sometimes. So you pulling up, riding around like, why your air is not cold? Like my air cold as a motherfucker. It ain't as cold as my uncle car. My uncle got cold air. Like, all right, then you should have had your uncle come pick you up. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm just cruising right now. Like the one lady that was mad at me, the sister that was mad at me because I didn't have no iPhone charger in my car. I was like, well, I don't have an iPhone. Well, you should still have an iPhone charger in your car for people that got iPhone. I'm like, motherfuckers don't tip. The fuck I'm worried about an iPhone charger for? These motherfuckers don't tip me. Like Either your phone is charged or you better walk around with an auxiliary fucking battery. But I'm not worried about these non-tipping motherfuckers. I'm really not. I used to be, but I'm not going to be out spending my money on cords. When I had an iPhone cord a long time ago, when I used to drive the Jeep, somebody stole it because I had it in the back with a little power adapter, everything. Had all that shit together. Somebody stole it. The whole motherfucking assembly stole it. And since then, I've never had an iPhone cord. I'm like, nope, don't do iPhone. I keep my Android shit up front, and I know when you get out, I need it back, so I ask for it back. But iPhone, I don't use iPhone. So when the motherfucker jumped out with my iPhone charger, I never thought about it. The next person's like, hey, can I get it? I'm like, well, I got an iPhone charger back there. It ain't nothing back here. I turned around, those motherfuckers stole my shit. No tip, stole my shit. Like, yeah, there ain't no motherfucking charger station. This ain't no Tesla charging station. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, I hate providing. They always just throw my shit on the floor when they get ruined. Yeah, they just throw that shit down. They be like, bloop, drop it. That's why I be like, well, I got an Android charger, but you got to have your phone like sitting up here. And they got to sit like this because my cord is short as a motherfucker. It ain't long. So they got to sit like this. Like, fuck that shit. Y'all motherfuckers jacked me one time for my iPhone, my whole charger assembly. It was the little power box, like this little LED blue power box plus the nice cord. Motherfucker jacked me for it. The motherfuckers don't tip. They ain't gonna tip me so I can get another one. I mean, shit, I busted my whole motherfucker front end on the car driving these two ladies from bar to bar. My man Stanley Jenkins the only one that came through for me for that shit. Motherfucker bust my whole shit up. These ladies were like, well, that sucks. Yeah, it does. I should kick you motherfuckers out. Like, man. That's right. Silver Fox said, I'm 5 minutes ride. Always want to charge. Like, you got 5 minutes. You ain't gonna charge no more in 5 minutes than what you gonna charge now. And then on top of that, they know they going somewhere all night. They leave their house. Their phone is already on 30% when they leave the house. They don't bring no auxiliary charger or nothing. Nothing. Man, Wes, man. Wes just catching up to that crazy shit. That's just funny. Yeah. It says you were out to socialize, not post TikToks. Exactly. And that's what they do. They grab their motherfucking phone. He says TikToks. They grab their motherfucking phone and all night they just posted motherfucking social media shit. I'm like, dude, did y'all really hang out? Or y'all just came out to record everything to go back to say, hey, this is what we did tonight. Cool. Hope you had fun. Well, all we did was record the whole fucking time and take pictures. We didn't really know what was going on. We just took pictures. Like, man, fuck that. I'm one of those people that, man, when I'm out, I might take a picture of like 1 or 2 pictures and that's it. I'm done for the night. I'm done. Yeah, they need to learn to use their low power mode on their phones. You need to do hey, Drew, do a TikTok on how to use low power mode. I bet that motherfucker go viral. Oh, you see how you can use low power? I didn't even know I had that. I've been listening to Little Poppy smoking the Wango Tango. Motherfucker. He's like, shit. Uh-oh, William. He's got that dash cam received. Woo, man. You had to give us some dash cam footage of people smacking the shit out of each other in the back seat. I told you in that bar. Send it to me. I want to see that shit. Yeah. Yep. That's it, Immortal. Uncharged phones show unpreparedness. Unprepared people don't tip. And see, that's funny because my phone, even though I'm not going nowhere, my phone stays plugged up. When I'm at home, either if it's unplugged, it'll get down to about 90%. I always plug it up. Just leave it plugged somewhere. Like, it ain't going to go nowhere. What up, driving the well? Yeah, and like I said, I just leave it plugged up. I ain't going nowhere. Like, I'm ready to get an upgrade anyway, so I don't care about the battery latency and shit like that. Well, if you charge it too much, it stops taking a charge. I'm like, well, this motherfucker's like almost 3 years old. It's about time for it to go anyway. But I can leave my phone off the charger for about an hour. It'll get down like 95% because I ain't got shit running. No notifications on it, nothing. Nothing runs. It's like low power mode. Thomas Lyle, my man, what's good, brother? What's good? Things are pretty slow in the AZ, man. Pretty slow out here. But hopefully shit starts picking up. We got Colorado playing against ASU this weekend. So I'm going to work fucking probably 10 hours that day. I want to be out all day. Colorado going to be in town. It's going to be stars everywhere. Stars. It's going to be like Super Bowl all over again for college and shit. Stars everywhere. So, of course, I'm getting up early every fucking day. I'm start that motherfucking car up at about probably 3 p.m., drive about 4 or 5 hours, turn it off, take a break, drive all through the night, all the parties and clubs. It's going to be nothing but I'm telling you, it's going to be parties, after parties, dude, it's just Dion, man. He's making a whole economy for people. So I'm like, dude, when they said CU is coming this weekend, October the 7th, I was like, I'm gonna be driving this weekend, definitely, goddamn it. And the apps better act right, because I'm willing to do cash rides if they not. If they ain't acting right, cash rides it is. What Doc said, got to order UberX with 5 people. Asking how many can I fit? I tell him 4, and he offered me a $50 tip. You got a $50 tip, but couldn't order XL. Money up front, not through the app. Exactly. Because you know if those motherfuckers say, well, I just tip you in the app when the ride is through. As soon as it fucking ends, they be laughing and shit. He thinks we're going to tip him. No, motherfucker, give me the money up front. And then the 5th person has to go in the trunk, because I only have fucking seatbelts for 4. So the 5th person has to be in the trunk, fetal fucking position. We'll tie your motherfucking feet together to make you like a kidnap victim. So you might even get the ride for free if we get pulled over. No telling. It's like, why is the person tied up in the trunk? Motherfucker, this is UberX. This is not Uber XL. We had to tie a motherfucker up, make it look like a kidnapping, just in case we got pulled over. And we did. They're like, this motherfucker's riding around duct taping people's hands and feet together and shit. Hey, they want to fit 5. Fuck that. You can get in the trunk. You ain't riding in my car, though. I'll put you in the trunk. You got to duct tape your feet and your hands together. Like, and you got to give me my tip up front. I want my tip up front, and here's the duct tape. Knock yourself out. He said, what is it? I know it, man. That's just crazy, man. Yep. Yeah, your phone knows when the last payment is made and the phone bill is going to be lower. Then it acts up and you got to get a new one again. I'm telling you, man, that every 2 or 3 years, people's phones fuck up on like clockwork, because they know it's time for an upgrade. So they send like these weird glitches and shit, like your battery won't charge no more, or your power button don't work. Weird shit happens. Like they'll go through your fucking motherboard and fuck some shit up. Like, man, I can't open up none of my apps for some reason. Well, you're doing an upgrade, actually. Come on in. We'll just take that old raggedy ass fucking phone from you and do it. And then as soon as you leave, they'll fucking like put the patch in. It'll fix everything. The phone works fine. They just fucked with you. That's all. Victor said, Jeff, I need to send you something. How can I reach you? Oh, I'm at uberjeepaz@gmail.com, brother. Man. This is what did Doc say? Funny thing. 2 of the guys got out and ordered another one, called Uber support and told them in case they try to some of that funny shit. Thomas Loud said, every 4 years for me, it's like clockwork, man. These phones fuck up like clockwork. 1 minute, you're like using the phone, everything's cool, everything's gravy. All of a sudden, the power button don't work. It's like nothing was wrong with this phone. I've been using this phone like for 2 days straight. Power button don't work. Or then it'll be some weird pixels come across the screen. And I'm like, these motherfuckers done hacked into my motherboard and did some shit because they know it's time to get another fucking phone, because they don't want you to just use a phone that's already paid for. Because once you're done paying for it and it's good and everything, you could just kind of float free through the system. You're good, but they gonna fuck that phone up. Man, my phone won't charge past 60%. Time to bring it in for an upgrade. Those phones always happen. And that phone is not even, it's discontinued. So we've got the next one. We've got the Note S7. What? Yeah, man. It's only $1,300, but we give you like a credit plan. Man, fuck that. Give me the same phone I got. It's discontinued. We don't support that phone anymore. It was working just fine yesterday. It's like, yep, they try to make you upgrade, man. They always sending me upgrade shit all the time. Yeah, Melvin said, I always have my charger cord, especially when I'm watching Jeff, because you know this shit can go fucking 1 hour. It can go 5. We don't know. Motherfucking battery just fucking die. Pew. You be watching all of a sudden just go black. Screen go black as much. You can still hear my voice, but your screen black the fuck out. You got that shit on power saving mode. It's like, I can't see you, but I can still hear you. Motherfucker, you down to 0.5%. That shit says minus 0.5. It's like, I can hear your voice, but I can't see your picture. What kind of fucking phone you got? Motherfucking cricket phone, man. They say you can still hear shit, you just can't see nothing. The screen don't light up. Man. Where's they? He says, man, mine do mess up. They get all slow and stuff. It's because I could be dropping it though. Yeah, if you drop that motherfucker a lot, that's probably what it is. Wes, you done dropped it as a soccer ball phone and shit. This mother be dropping that shit, kicking it, trying to keep it from hitting the ground, so he stick his foot out. And kick the motherfucker twice. Like, man. It says, yeah, Jeff, I got to email something, which I could put it in the chat, but I know what's up. Works every time, but I just don't go with your move too much in a week. Yeah. All right, send it, Doc. Hey, uberjeepaz@gmail.com. I'll try and see if it works. You know what? If it works, shit. Hey, knowledge is power. Share the wealth, baby. And as long as we don't let the engineers know how we doing it, we good to go. That's it. Let the engineers, they get paid for that shit. Let them figure out their own fucking apps. We ain't got to figure that shit out. I'm still on the iPhone 13. Dude, I have an iPhone 6S in the other room. It's like the box kind. And somebody told me the box iPhone 6S's are worth money now. I'm like, I don't even think this motherfucker works. But if it's worth money, I don't know. Last time, like my son, he had a long time ago before his mom bought him like a 11 or some shit like that. I gave him the 6S. And so I think it works. I just got to charge it up to see if it works. But if it works, people are like, yeah, man, those things are worth some money. The iPhone 6s are worth some money. I'm like, I don't know. It's just sitting in the motherfucking cases. It's like in a goddamn camouflage fucking case sitting in the top drawer in there. I had to switch to live on laptop. iPhone died. Oh, laptop, the phone died. Bigfoot Dash, we was just talking about that shit, man. We just hey, and I got 2 auxiliary battery packs. I got a big square one that looks almost like my phone. Then I got like a straight one that looks almost like a screwdriver. But I use 2. I run 2 auxiliary chargers because sometimes when I'm out in the desert, I mean your Jeep battery might die. Anything might fucking happen. So you gotta take auxiliary chargers with you everywhere you go because you never know. That's a long ass live, dude. I do lives because I know a lot of the drivers out there that work during the day and they don't get to see lives at night because they be too tired at night or whatever, this and that. So we kind of chop it up and we stay community during the daytime. We trade some stories, we have some good laughs and shit like that. My lives are always about that. They're very casual, but we get a lot of information. We pass back and forth. We talk about the community shit like that. You'll see, because now you're a rideshare driver, you'll see how shit really goes. You'll be like, oh hell, I didn't know I could do that. Now, Dasher, what Bigfoot, what app are you driving on? You driving on Uber or you driving on Lyft now? Which one are you on now? Because I know you used to do DoorDash, but I want to know which app you're on. Because we got some shit for you. You probably gonna be like, dude, I had no idea, man. I'm making bank now. You Kevin said it's a collector's item. Yeah, there are people paying like 50 grand for the first iPhone sealed in the box. Damn. Dude, I know I got it. No, I don't have the first iPhone. What I have with the first, I got the iPhone 1 when it came out in 2011. 2011, this iPhone came out. So I got the iPhone. Well, my ex-wife at the time bought my iPhone. So she bought me an iPhone. And I was like, this is the coolest little fucking phone. Because I had like regular phones and shit like that. And I'm like, it was way too complicated. I couldn't figure that shit out for my life, man. So then I got this phone called an LG. It was an LG Thrill. It was a 3D camera called LG Thrill. And that's when I got stuck on the LG. So I've been now this is my first Samsung, but I've been stuck on Android because I had the iPhone 1 and I took it back to the store so they can give me the LG Thrill because I couldn't figure the fuck out. Yeah, it was back then, man. It was 2011 when I got that. So whatever came out in 2011 was the one I had because I got it in 2011. Yep. Man, hey Dash, we do, man. We kick it in here, man. We kick it in here. The first one was small as shit. Yeah. Where's that? iDrone suck with the gig apps, especially Scroober. And DoorDash people get charged more with that shit. They get charged more on those. Yeah, LG and that's why I had to stop, man. I had to go over to Samsung because LG said, you know what, it's done. What, Victor? Is uberjeepaz@gmail.com. You sure you're not just putting in uberjeep@gmail.com? It's uberjeepaz for Arizona. So I'm uberjeepaz@gmail.com. Yeah. What up, chinchillas in the house? What's good? What's good? Melvin said, cricket is too fancy to track phone, flip phone. Cricket is too fancy to track, something like that. Man, I want one of those things, man. I'm gonna give me a flip phone. I'm gonna go back in the day. I'm gonna get me a flip phone. That's it. I'm gonna talk to a motherfucker at the store. I'm gonna flip that shit up like Captain Kirk. Hello, Spock. Those motherfuckers look. I swear we used to use those things, man. I cannot believe we use flip phones. They like Star Trek phones and shit. Star Trek communicators like right now, star date 1527. Like, motherfucker, that is a goddamn AT&T phone. What are you doing? Yeah, it might be a Tesla phone one day. They got these phones out called, what is it? Is it Fizzer? Something like that. Figure wireless. Like Figger wireless. Because there's a guy named Figures, and he like makes phones and all this shit. He does all this crazy stuff. But there's a phone called a Figure wireless. Man, They're kind of expensive, but they are sick as shit. I'm like, what the hell? And I looked it up one time, man. Yeah, Samsung makes flip phones currently. I want the Note that folds up. I'm gonna get the Note that folds up with my upgrade. Probably like next year. I'll get an upgrade next year. But I've been using two phones, the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the Android Moto Power 22 on Visible Verizon. It's $35 each, makes a huge difference in multi-app. So no X. You pay $35 a month for each of your phones on Verizon, and you get everything like internet and all that shit. You're kidding. You pay $35 a month for each phone and you get internet. Like, you don't have to pay extra for internet or no shit like that, or no extra fees for, because it's a data phone, you got to pay extra for a data plan or something like that. Because I think I pay like $85 for my plan. I got one fucking phone. It's a Samsung. One phone on AT&T cost me $85. But I've been paying it forever. It's time to like figure some shit out so I can get a new phone. Because I'm tired. What Chinchilla said? All right, cool, Victor. I'm gonna look. So I had a rude rider last night. They didn't like my Acura because how clean it was. He gave me 3 stars because he was jealous of something. Had a 5-star rate, now I'm 4.98. What the fuck? Man, them rates, like I said, I used to have haters in my BMW do that shit. They be like, oh, you're just trying to flex. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm just telling you about the BMW. It's like, it ain't no, wait a minute, let me see if I can go through it. I'm like, it ain't no damn flex. I'm just telling you about the BMW, this and that, blah, blah. Motherfucker gave me a low star saying I was trying to flex. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Wait a minute. Yep, I see it. Yep, Victor, hold up for a second. I'm what the $116 for 140 miles. That's 2 hours and 15 minutes total. 2 hours and 15 minutes. 2 hours and 15 minutes for $116. That's around $50 an hour to go 140 miles away. But then you got to turn around and come all the way back. It's like, shit. Nope, doubt it. Dude, that's like almost 4.5 hours of driving. 4.5 hours of actual driving on the highway. Like over 270 miles for $116. 270 miles total for 116. Man, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Man. What is those prepaid plans are usually data capped. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. If they're data capped, that's my only thing, because I use a lot of data, especially when I'm doing YouTube and all that stuff. So that's my own thing. I need a Jeffrey podcast for tomorrow. I'm going to do some scuba tomorrow evening. In the meantime, I'm in the live stream chilling. There you go, Chinchilla. Oh, I got a few of those. Like I said, some of my live streams go pretty long. They've been like, I've had 4 or 5 hour live streams. So, and it's the same. They all the same. We be laughing and shit, cracking up. You know how we do. What Big Fidel say? $99 a month for my Samsung GS21. Yeah, because that's what I pay, about $85 for this A32. So it's about what I'm running on AT&T. Check out Visible. I've had them for 2 years. No data cap, unlimited hotspot, works well. Okay, Visible. All right, I'm gonna check them out. And they're only an online company, or can I like go to like the mall and see them? Because if they're just online, I'm gonna have to go through all their shit and see what it is. See, nope. I use tons of data. Made 188, 45 miles, 2 hours round trip. That's what I'm talking about, man. 188 for 45 miles is not bad. But that's what, 90 miles total. So you go there and back. That's 90 miles total for 188. That's not a bad trip. That's not a bad trip. Because you're still at $2 a mile. The only thing I don't like is all that fucking highway driving. Like, man, that sucks. That shit sucks. But highway driving at least is better gas mileage than, street driving. What Chinchilla's got a Motorola 5G Ace. Don't need a fancy phone. May get another Samsung for my next phone. Yeah, because the Samsungs is pretty easy. Like I said, to me, I like easy shit. I like real plain, simple, straightforward. I don't like no crazy, like, hey, man, your phone sounds like a police. Whenever you leave it too far away, you walk too far from your phone, it sounds like a police car. I don't need all that shit. It's like, I know where I left my phone. It's on the kitchen counter. I'm going to walk away. Rear. Oh, shit, my phone is too far away. Man, that's the coolest feature I ever seen. That shit will get annoying as a motherfucker. I'm like, dude, it keeps sounding like the police is coming because you keep walking away from your phone all the time. It's like my car. The most irritating thing about a BMW, irritating, and I'm gonna have to go figure this shit out, is when you walk towards the car, everything opens, doors unlock, lights come on, everything. But if you walk away, like you get 10, 15 feet away, everything shuts down. So me always being in my garage doing shit, getting towels, doing this and doing that, it's always going beep, beep, beep. Everything lights up, doo, doo, doo. Everything's down. Beep, beep, beep. Everything lights up, doo, doo, doo. Like over and over all the fucking time. I know my neighbors next door hate the fuck out of me. Like, dude, if that car don't stop fucking beeping, lights blinking all in the house and shit. Hate that shit. I'm like, I gotta go through my dashboard to see how do I turn that shit off. And I've been doing it for almost 2 years now, but I'm like, I'm over it. I'm over it. It was cool when I first got the car because my Jeep don't do it. I was like, oh, this is cool. I could walk up to the car and it goes beep, beep, beep. Everything opens and the lights come on everywhere and the dashes light up. Then when you walk away, it goes doo, doo, doo. Everything shuts. I'm like, dude, this is cool until you have to do something. And that shit just happens like nonstop over and over and over. Like 10, 15 fucking minutes. All you're hearing is dee, 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 doo, doo, doo. Doo-doo-doo. It's like, God damn it, fucking stop. Shit, man. Technology sucks at that point, man. See, look at that. Oh, Lisa says she uses her Android for rideshare and iPhone for delivery. Well, that's kind of different. I wonder, why do you do that? Like, is iPhone just better for delivery apps like DoorDash and better for, Uber Eats and stuff like that? Or because all I've ever had was Android, so I wouldn't know how iPhone works with it. But yeah. She said, I sent it, partner, but it's kind of long. Cool. I'm going to check it out, Doc. I'm going to check it out. Before doing apps, I had an old Razor. I remember the Razors, man. They were like slide or something like that. You could slide them up. And it's like, dude, I remember them phones, man. Razors. That's a doubted for me. Hell yeah. Visible has a 50 gig premium data. I use 2 terabytes a month. Damn. What? Wait a minute. 50 gigabyte premium data, 2 terabytes a month. 2 terabytes a month? What are you doing, man? You streaming motherfucking national secrets to people? What the fuck, man? 2 terabytes a month is a lot. That motherfucker YouTube don't stop. That shit just runs. You got YouTube running in the background. TikTok and YouTube at the same time. You got TikTube. TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I got TikTube going. What the fuck is TikTube? Where TikTok and YouTube get together and that just runs your motherfucking megabytes up. They're like, what the fuck is this dude doing? He's doing TikTube. What the fuck is TikTube? He's using all the bandwidth. Oh, 45 miles round trip from downtown. Damn, at 45 miles round trip from downtown TO, shit. Yeah, YouTube, basically. I know it, man. I think on mine, YouTube uses a lot of space on mine, and just Google. Just whatever the fuck. Because I think Google Maps is running whenever I'm doing my shit. Google Maps. So my Google has a high thing. And my YouTube has a high thing. So what I pay 107 Verizon One phone. Man, I thought I was bad, West, man. 107 bucks because I pay like $89 and it comes to like 90 something. Visible is Verizon. Okay. So I just go to the Verizon store. Yeah, let me go talk to these motherfuckers. I'm gonna see something. Off the handle, it's uncapped. Look at the asterisk. After 50 gigabytes, maybe reduced speed in times of traffic is unlimited. All right. And Uber uses 48 gigabytes by itself. Damn. I got to look at mine and see what it is. I have no idea how many gigs I use of Uber and stuff like that. I should probably clean my phone out one day because it's like all I do is clean out the videos and the photos and stuff like that. I never go through my data. I bet my data is probably sucking up all my but I got an external drive. So on my phone, I have the onboard storage, but then I put an external chip in there, 100 gigabyte external chip. So now I just move everything to my external chip. It's probably like half full by now. Yeah, I use my iPhone for my passenger app with Uber and Lyft because it's easier to see the other drivers that's working in my area. What? You use your iPhone for your passenger app with Uber and Lyft. So you got iPhone for the passenger app, but then you use the Android for actual driving. So you have 2 data plans. So you got 2 phone numbers and everything run at the same time too, to see other drivers working in my area. I always say I'm going to do that shit, but I never do. I should probably do it because I know I'm probably in a saturated ass market right now and don't even fucking know it. Voice text sucks on iPhone. Well, you got to speak in like a different language on that motherfucker. You got to like speak in Spanish or something on iPhone. Because if you speak in Spanish, it'll fucking type in English. You be like, es un chiste, hola lunguingle, all that shit like that. The motherfucker be like, yeah, man, they start typing out. She be like, holy shit, that shit's typing that shit in English. That's crazy. No, I don't know. I don't have an iPhone, so I really don't know. But it would be cool if it did that. Motherfucker Lisa probably got her phone in now. She's like, habla un gato. It's like, motherfucker Jeff, it didn't say what I said. Like, I'm fucking with you, Lisa. I don't even have an iPhone. I was just fucking with you. I don't know. Lisa over there talking her phone in Spanish like a motherfucker. People at the store looking at her like, what is this lady talking about? She over there just talking on her phone in Spanish. Motherfucker, that shit ain't even coming up. So you don't use the passenger app to see where other drivers are from where. Nope. I don't, man. I just look for the best rides. That's it. I just look for the best rides. I keep my shit simple. I look for the good rides, and I'm like, God, he's like, I have 6 around me currently. See? So if you got 6 drivers around, are you in a busy downtown area? Because in a busy downtown area, I see a lot of cars all the time. That shit don't bother me. We see a lot of cars in the area. Now, this is my thing. Bridget's in the house. What up, Bridget? See, now this is my thing. When a rider orders a ride, let's say the rider, can the rider see? Because I've never used the app. Now, well, it was a long time ago when I used it, but I can't remember. But does the rider have a choice in which car they want that's in the area? Or do they have to just take whatever car is available in the area? Like, let's say, you got 5 cars there, and they just say, I just want to pay the lowest price. Does it just assign them a fucking car? Or can they say, hey, I want to use that BMW. I want to use that Impala. I want to use that Altima right there. Because I don't know if you can select your cars or if, the apps give you a car. Like, they just automatically just give you a car. I don't know how that works. See, riders pick X and don't care what car they get cheap. Okay. So they just say, I just want an Uber X. And then the app decides on who to send you based on where. Okay. I see how that goes. Because I always wondered that. I was like, do y'all even know like what cars y'all are getting? Because half the time these motherfuckers walk out looking lost. They be like, oh shit. I'm like, you didn't look at the phone to see what kind of car you was getting all, and they'll be looking all around and shit. I'm like, come on, Stanley, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Let's roll. Oh shit, we got a Beamer. Yeah, we got a Beamer. Let's go. Oh damn, I didn't even know we had a Beamer. I'm like, how do you not know? Because I always wonder, how do they not know what cars they're getting? I thought they chose their car, but I don't know. Bridget said correct. They do that shit all the time. Correct. Oh, see, there you go. I do it mostly for concerts and stuff. Well, that makes sense because I really want to know, how many cars in the area that are actually doing, cash rides versus rideshare rides. Because a lot of the guys on the side are just doing cash rides. They're not even doing rideshare. So that kind of helps out a lot too if I choose to do rideshare. But if you're seeing a lot of people get really good cash rides going, don't do, because they like, hey man, the cash rides are jumping tonight. They jumping tonight. That means the fares are jacked up and the people are looking for a cheaper way home. Cash rides be jumping. And was that Kevin said, who is this gender bullshit? Is this going to happen? Who is this gender bullshit? No, that's really for real. I think that's for real, Kev. They really do that on Lyft and Uber X. You can choose what gender you want to come pick you up. Dead serious. But a man can't do it. Like me, I can't choose what gender I want because I identify as a man, so they don't give men that choice. It would be cool if they did. It is hey man, who do you want to come pick you up? A man, a woman, this and that. What do you want? They don't give us, you have to identify not as a man on your account. You have to identify as something else. Like you have to identify as non-binary or identify as a woman. Then you have a choice. So you could trick the system. Like I said, anybody could do this shit. You just have to say, hey man, at 9:00, we about to turn into some ladies, man, because we need to get the fucking route up out of here, man, at 9:00. Cool. Lady, crested lady, car pulls up. Cool. They be like, you guys are guys. Yeah, but we identify as women. We just need a ride home. That's all. Yep, that's what it is. It's discrimination against men. So men got to play the system. We got to identify as somebody who we're not just to get a fucking ride. Like, man, we got to identify as a woman. Why? Because I need to get a fucking ride out of here, dude. Lady pull up. She'd be like, wait a minute. I said I would like to pick up women. Well, I identify as a woman, and that's what the app recognizes me as, so you got to take me now. Nope, I'm not taking you. You can't. That's discrimination. I said I'm a woman. You got to fucking pick me up. They're like, but you don't act like a woman, goddammit. Sorry, you got to pick me up. I identified. Now, once I identify, I'm locked in, motherfuckers. Let's go. So it's a game. You could game the whole fucking system and be playing people all the time. Motherfucker pull up. I thought I was picking up some gay people. Sorry. So if I ever go to, I'm just going to ask for Jeff with the BMW. Where's Jeff with the BMW? We got that motherfucker throttled. He's out in the middle of the desert, stuck. That's what they're gonna have my ass. We gave him a nature hike, and that motherfucker throttled out next to a cactus right now, running from some goddamn coyotes and shit, mad at us. Probably making a video about us right now. Like, hell yeah. And that's the thing is like, and it's funny because sometimes when I'm like down in the like last night, like even on my video, I pulled up to pick this guy up. The video is dropping. I picked him up. He was like, "Oh, dude, you don't remember me?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Dude, you just took us to downtown Scottsdale." I was like, "Oh shit." Then I remember him because I saw them later on the back of this little pedal bike thing, and I was like, "What's up?" So it was that small group. I was like, "Okay, okay, I remember you now." But yeah, that shit was crazy. Like I get people all the time, and I always wonder if they request me, like, how do they know that it's me? Like, do they just like somebody just said, you know what? They just choose cheapest ride. Like Chinchilla said, no, they just ask for a cheaper ride. That's it. So, and then what Chinchilla say? The ride is like my Acura, but yet I get paid the same as what someone drive a Kia or Prius get paid. That's me in the Beamer. That's me. I'm on Uber X. The motherfuckers, they be like, hey, your car is just like any. You can drive a Mercury Topaz, a 1989 Mercury fucking Topaz. You can get the same amount of money as my BMW. It's Uber X. That's what it is. I'm gonna slap a bitch. I know that. I'm gonna slap a bitch, Dave Chappelle. And that's how they get us, though. That's how they get us. They sit there and they get us in these nice ass cars. Lyft's finna really get us. Nice ass cars. And what do? They demote us. Well, you guys can drive for us, but you're not Lux. We did away with the Lux tier. So you got to take these regular people over here, 4 people for $4. It's gonna be so many cancels and declines on Lyft. I don't think Lyft has no idea what the fuck's about to happen. They have no idea. It's gonna be a flood of shit. They income, their revenue is gonna drop through the fucking floor. Either that or they're gonna have to say, you know what, we need to pay more for Lyft rides because nobody's picking up anybody. Like only cars that are picking up people are like the upgraded cars. Anybody on Lyft is you're gonna have to go over to Uber X to get a fucking ride. You gotta get an Uber X. Kevin said, I identify as a black lesbian and I'm as white as snow. Yeah, hey Kev, you're gonna get a ride quick. I'm telling you, man, just put that shit in your profile, like black lesbian. They show up, they're like, wait a minute. I'm a black lesbian. Like, well, you don't look like a black lesbian. Well, it doesn't matter what I look like, it's what I identify as, motherfucker. Now you gotta pick me up now. It's like, I'm not picking you up. You're not a black lesbian, motherfucker. You're trying to set me up. Hey, you discriminating. I'm a black lesbian. You're a white guy. It's like, I just identify something, motherfucker. I feel like a black lesbian. So let me in the fucking car. Open the door. Kevin over there yanking on the motherfucking door handle. Let me in, bitch. Let me in. Like, there's this white man trying to get in my car. I'm a black lesbian. Stop calling me a white man. That's discrimination. You're misidentifying me. Guy comes around the corner. I see fucking Kevin. His feet on the motherfucker. He pulling the motherfucking door handle. She won't let me in. She says she only gives black lesbians rides, man. I'm trying to get in. I identified. Like, hey, sorry, bro. Lyft got us locked down, man. We can't use that shit no more. They won't allow us to identify as black lesbians no more. They won't let us do it. Like, God damn it. Yeah, you got to change your app. Fucking Kevin is stupid. He said, well, I feel like a black lesbian, so let me identify as one. Fuck it. I'm getting a ride home. Yep. That's it. It'll be bad when I can't get my Lux rides, man. Garbage request decline. It's going to be a decline fest. I might be at 2%. 2%. But I'm going to find out a way how to get more cash rides. Like I said, when my shit shows up from Amazon, like I said, it's on Logan Veli's page. He got it on his channel. I'm going to put it on mine, man. And I hope more drivers be like, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. If they want to play this fucking game with our cars, play this game with our money, play this game with our tips, we need to be proactive. We're not sitting around begging from these motherfuckers. Can you please? No, fuck that. This is the move we making. Chess. This is the move we making right here. Yeah. And that's what it is. Drivers' profiles changes daily and shit. Nobody knows who these people are. You just picking up random ass people. Scutterbug. Who do you picking up? I'm here to pick up Scutterbug. Like, who the fuck is Scutterbug? That's my cousin. Like, that's his real name. I thought it was a nickname. Other than that's Scutterbug. Like, God damn it. I thought it was a fucking fake name. No, man. His real name is Scutterbug. His mom named him that. He's from Mississippi. Motherfucker Scutterbug Jones. God damn it. I'm here to pick up Scutterbug Jones for an Uber X ride. That's it, man. That's it, Kev. Because the apps are selling the apps as the service. Like my man said, Mr. Hayes said, agents, they're travel agents. That's all they are, as travel agents. So how the hell a travel agent getting 70% of the fare that's being paid? That shit don't make no sense to me, man. 70% of the fare the travel agent gets, and the people actually doing the travel itself, we don't get shit. So we gotta kind of be proactive and shit. We gotta stop sitting around begging from these motherfuckers. They gonna be begging us to drive for them. We're gonna give higher challenges now. We're gonna give bigger streaks. We're gonna give bigger surges and bigger bonuses. Please drive for us. Like shit. Thank you, Bigfoot Dasher. I like that. Was that a fucking cat? Is that a cat or is that one of them Dogecoin dots? It's a Shiba Inu, whatever. Man, that's funny. I like that shit. What up? Thank you, Bigfoot Dasher. That's what's up. The Shiba Inu. I know that shit's funny as hell. I like that. This motherfucker's like, like, what the hell is that? Fucking Shiba Inu. I like that. Yup, man. Already got the LED made. 300. There you go, William, man. The LED. Put cash rides on that motherfucker. Just let it keep scrolling back and forth, back and forth. What up, Fortune Jama? Yeah. Wait a minute. Chinchilla says, I had a rider complain and they paying 27 for a ride and I only got 13. Rider didn't even tip. Because they've been doing this. Man, these apps are pushing the point of elasticity. And I remember back when rides used to be like, riders used to pay like $12 and we would get like 8. And everything was cool. $12, we get 8. All of a sudden, the ship jumped to like $18 when we was getting 8. It's like, wait a minute. So the shit jumped to 18. We're getting it. So we ain't getting our $5 tip no more is what it is. Because I used to pay $12, tip $5. So they would totally pay $17 is what the rider would pay. 17 for the ride. And everybody was cool. We get 8 plus the 5. So we sitting on 13. The app gets this money, $4. Next thing you know, the app was like, well, we're just going to charge 18 right off the top. We're just going to charge 8 and you guys still get 8. See if they tip you now. Of course they ain't going to tip us now because you just took our fucking tip through the upcharge. So just like Will said, like Kev said, they're selling the app. They're upselling. And we just taking whatever they give us. Time to be proactive. We got to be proactive because asking them, protesting, striking and all that shit, we got to keep that going. Whatever we can do to kind of show them that drivers are the revenue generators. The app is not the revenue generator. The app is the agent. The app is the agent. We're the revenue generator because if we don't take the ride, shit, they don't go anywhere. The motherfucker stand on the side of the curb just like, hey, man, I've been looking for a ride for the past hour. Ain't no rider taking. Ain't no drivers taking that shit because the app don't make the money. The driver makes the money. The driver has to accept that shit and say, I'll come get you. And for that, the agent shouldn't be taking no 60, 70% of the fucking fare. The agent shouldn't be taking that much. I mean, they paying $45 to go somewhere, and we mess around getting like $17, $18 out of that. No, that shit's backwards. So we kind of done playing that game, man. We done playing that. We got to be more proactive about shit. And I know apps don't like to hear that because like these motherfuckers don't even want to pay $17 as a minimum hour for a contractor. We're not employees. We're contractors. They're upset about $17 an hour for a contractor. I'm like, the contractor was responsible for all their own shit. The gas, maintenance, income. I'm like, man, fuck that. It's like, if y'all tripping off $17 as being the floor, yeah, we can't fuck with y'all. We not waiting on y'all. We see what y'all on already. We not waiting on y'all. It's just like, so we got to be done with that shit. Frank Williams, my man. What's good down in Casa? My man. Yeah, Chinchilla said upfront isn't so upfront because you can't see what the rider pays in the way bill until you go online to see it. Exactly. It ain't upfront. And then when they do it, they increase, because even on my videos I show, they increase the service fees up to pull away from the fare. So they'll jack your service fee up another $6, $7. So the money you got through the tip and the surge and everything else is not really what it is. Because if your upfront is $19 and you get a $12 surge, you should end up with a $31 total at the end, $31 total. No, you end up with a $28, $29 total because they go through the fares and the surges and shit. And they said, we're going to take some of the surge, make it service fee. So none of that shit's real upfront fares. It's a estimate of an upfront fare is what it is, an estimate to see exactly what you take for this ride. It's an estimate. So, once shit starts coming up, man, once we start getting our tips in cash on Cash App, Venmo, cash in hand, and the riders out there realize what's going on and shit like that, oh, shit's going to change. And these apps are going to be like, listen, I think we fucking hit the hornet's nest. We ain't getting all this tip revenue no more. This tip revenue, we was using that to pay our bills, and we was kind of trickling the tips back to the drivers. Now we ain't getting no tips. Let them motherfuckers see how it feels to get no tips. Because when all my trips are coming through, them like, man, Jeff used to get like, $5, $10 every trip. What the fuck? We used to take tips from Jeff all the time. This motherfucker get tipped $10 on the trip, $15 on the trip. What the hell? Now all of a sudden he ain't getting none. He's like, yeah, because I'm using my Cash App shit, so y'all can't steal from me now. Big whore, you stupid. Kevin said, for black lesbians everywhere. Identify. Fucking unify and identify for black lesbians everywhere. Thank you, brother. I'm telling you, man. Shit. Hey, every black lesbian out there is gonna be guaranteed to get a fucking Uber ride because we're all gonna identify as black lesbians. Everybody identifies as black. It don't make a difference who the fuck you are. You, Kevin, old white guy, identifies as black. You getting a fucking Uber ride, and that way the apps are gonna be like, why do we have 100% black lesbians on our platform? Because everybody's the same, motherfucker. Stop discriminating. Spencer Fred, what up, Jesse? Spencer Fred in the house. So if everybody identifies the same thing, they can't discriminate against none of us. We're all black lesbians now. Fuck it. They'll be like, wait a minute, man. Spencer Fred. Spencer Black Lesbian Fred. That's funny shit. JTB, Jeff Thomas Black, my man. I'm telling you, man, black lesbian gonna be like, dude, we have never had it to where we can just get rides this easy. This is like the most amazing feeling. Anything I do, I'm catered to. What the fuck? What is happening? Everybody's a black lesbian. Everybody identifies as it. So, hey, nobody has a problem getting a ride now. I used to always have a problem getting a ride. I don't know what happened at Lyft. I get picked up. I get 3 cars showing up at the same time sometimes wanting me to ride. Hey, I'm a black lesbian. Hey, that white guy said, hey, come ride with me. I'm a white lesbian. I'm a black lesbian. No, you're not. Come on, Kev, man. Come on, man. Don't try to steal my ride. Please. Hey, I'm a black lesbian. Come ride with me. Darren David identifies sociopaths. Real shit. That's what they need to wear t-shirts and I identify as a sociopath. Fuck. Say, because once we make everybody even and on the same playing field and level, how they gonna discriminate against any fucking body? If we're all the same, their little algorithm dynamic dumb shit ain't gonna fucking work. Because all they doing is playing games with people, man. They're playing games with people's heads, playing games with people's lives, trying to make it seem like if you're a male, you're not safe. If you're a female, you need to be protected from men. All this, you know what? Everybody's a black fucking lesbian. Identifies that shit on your fucking phone, no matter who the fuck you are. Guarantee the apps will the whole server would crash. It'd be like, we had no idea we were catering to the black lesbian community at this degree. We have 8 million black lesbians on our app now. Even the drivers are black lesbians. What the fuck is going on? It's like, we crashed the fucking server. We playing y'all. Y'all want to play games? Let's play games. Man. Well, William say, easy. Just have your Cash App and Venmo code. Let them know that they're still in the tip, especially the ones that say they were tipping the app. Yep, that shit. White glove, black lesbian service. Exactly. We get our tuxedos on and everything. They be like, wait a minute. On your app, it says you was the black lesbian. I'm like, I know that just so I can be here to give you service. That's all. I got my suit and tie on. I got my white gloves. Make sure everything's nice and spick and span for you. So you're not a black lesbian. Well, I'm identifying as one so I can get this fucking ride. Let's make it happen. It's like, exactly. That's funny because what up, Jared? Hey, Jeff. Just want to say hi. First time I've been around for a live stream. Enjoy the videos. You have helped me be a better driver, and I appreciate it. Just want to say hi and thanks. Oh, that's all good, brother. That's all good, brother. That's why I wear the shirt, man. Knowledge is power. We share the wealth, man. And a lot of drivers on this channel, they constantly sharing that mental wealth, and it's helping people change the driver. Because if we're all smarter as drivers, these apps can't screw with us. They have to raise the rates up. They have to get the rates up because nobody's going to be taking the shit rates, and they're going to get tired of leaving people stranded. So they're going to be like, you know what? We should probably raise the rates because all these drivers aren't taking what we used to give them. And that's why we do it, Jared, my man. That's why we do it. We help each other out, but we know we're against the apps. And we can't be against each other because if we're all on the same side and we're on this side of the coin trying to get enough money to feed our families, trying to get away from these shit fares, then we got to stand for each other. We got to help each other out with whatever we know. And that's what we do, man. We just share information, man. I'm anti-me. Exactly. I'm anti-me. Like, God damn it. It ain't about me. It's about we. We me, motherfucker. Which is funny because men mostly protect women. That's right. Real shit, man. But they always say, oh man, we're going to protect you from guys. Just say, you want a different driver than a guy. Just, you don't want to be around a guy. Motherfucker pull up. All motherfucking dudes pull up. They be like, wait a minute. We like requested black lesbians. They're all fucking identifying as that now. Yeah, exactly. Fuck the server up. That's going to be our mantra for 2024. Fuck the server up. We're going to be against the fucking algorithm. Fuck the server up. But if the whole country can boycott for one day, you know what kind of message that would be sending? Man, it would send shockwaves. It would be worse than what Reddit did to fucking GameStop and all them. It would send shockwaves through every fucking community because nobody's gonna be delivering, nobody's gonna be driving. It would send literal shockwaves through everything. I'm talking about like motherfucking defibrillator shit, like, and they'd be like, okay, we need to pay these motherfucking drivers because right now we just took a major hit. It was like, shh, man. What Chinchilla say? I had a trip last week where I picked up a guy from a hotel and took him to a cannabis dispensary, and he wanted to go back to the hotel after buying the weed. He gave me $20 tip and a monster. That's when people appreciate you. When people appreciate you, that's what happens. And a lot of motherfuckers, man, they don't appreciate. Hey, can you take me back? Can you weigh that Circle K? Can you do this and you do that? You do all that shit, and they sit there and be like, no tips coming through. I'm like, either the apps are stealing the tips or this motherfucker just a disrespectful, unappreciative motherfucker. I don't know. So it's all about community. Drew is stupid. He always got the funny ass fucking nicknames for shit. It's all about the community. If only the whole country could boycott for one day. That shit. Do you have Instagram or Facebook? Yeah, my Instagram is J7Watt77. I don't do Facebook, man. I used to a long time ago. I don't do that shit no more. But J7Watt77, that's my IG now. And I'm usually on that every once in a while. I post shit on it, probably once or twice a week just to keep people that are on that end of the spectrum to come check out what we're doing over here on YouTube as far as drivers. And a lot of the people on my channel are riders. They're riders. So they can come to the channel and they can read about all of the drivers, hear the drivers, see the driver comments, see what drivers really think. So I try to pull that rider market into what we do over here on YouTube. So when they do get a rider where they are, they can say, hey, you know what? Make sure you don't slam this motherfucker's doors. Make sure you leave them a tip. And if you can tip them in cash, that's probably better because on the apps, these motherfuckers don't get their tips. So I try to get involved with the rider world to get the riders to come to our side of the equation too. Because that's the only way we're going to make this shit work. It's not just keep it about driver, but we need to pull in riders. And the app is going to end up like knowing what we're doing at some point and say, we need to start paying attention to the drivers because the drivers are actually taking over. These motherfuckers are taking the energy and they're the ones who are dealing with the drivers every day, with the riders every day. They're giving these motherfuckers rides. They're meeting them. They're knowing who they are. The apps don't know shit. The apps try to say, well, we're going to learn your mannerisms, learn what you like, and keep sending you ads. Of course, they're going to keep sending you ads. They're trying to sell you shit through the app. They're going to keep sending you ads. Well, since you like Cold Stone, because you keep stopping by Cold Stone, it's like, no. It's like drivers, we're the ones who talk to these people about everything from, their favorite kind of dog, what kind of dog they used to have, crazy shit. We talk about everything with these riders. And so they're the ones who want to deal with us. They don't give a fuck about the app, but the app is the interface. So the app is the interface and they don't get a chance to deal with us unless they go through the interface. At some point, that interface is going to be figured out and they're going to just start coming straight to drivers. They're going to leave motherfucking the app alone. Say, fuck the interface. I just need to go straight to the driver. And that's what it is. This is what Rideshare Lisa says. Jeff Thomas Black, I told the chat to check out your channel and podcast. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, yeah. JTB, he digs in. He digs into the psyche of these apps. If you want to know the psychological aspect of what these apps doing and what people who promote these apps and stuff like that do, JTB, Jeff Thomas Black, I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's a lot. So you got to have a deep mind and you got to have an open mind to just kind of sit there and kind of, appreciate what he's telling you from his viewpoint, his opinion, his standpoint, plus, a lot of the research he's done and the fact that he used to be a driver, he's researched and everything else like that too. But yeah, a lot of good content. He's good to listen to when you're doing something at night, you're cooking, you're getting the garage cleaned up. Just have JTB playing in the background. That's it. You'll be like, by the time you're done, you'll be like, I'm finna go storm motherfucking DoorDash today. Be mad as a motherfucker at DoorDash. Fuck these motherfuckers. But he's got it right because a lot of the stuff he says, all the other Rideshare channels have said it too. And it's funny because even though he says what he says, JTB will say what he says, but a lot of people are scared to say the truth. He says the truth. He ain't got nobody to worry about. He says the truth. And a lot of people won't say the truth. And he'll call it just like it is. And that's why I'd rather deal with somebody like that than a motherfucker who dance around it and, don't want to attack the truth straight up. At least have a conversation about it, a mature adult conversation. And when a motherfucker is scared to have a conversation about something, that should tell you about them. Because I ain't scared to talk about shit. I ain't scared to talk about nothing. So when you see a person involved in rideshare or delivery and they're scared to talk about something, kind of makes you wonder who the fuck you talking to. Because I could talk about anything with anybody. It don't make no difference. But especially if it's like right here, if it's about rideshare, it's about delivery, discuss it. Ain't nothing wrong with discussing. It's just a discussion. That's all it is. But a lot of people feel that once they have that discussion, they have to admit some shit that they're going to end up either negating what they believe or negating what their channel is about or negating what they say, or it's going to expose who the fuck they really are. And so when you watch JTB's, Jeff Thomas Black's page, you see now why a lot of channels don't want to discuss the things he's talking about, because they don't have the heart. They don't have the nuts to really be mature and adult about the situation and say, hey, it's just a discussion. Let's have this discussion. No, we're not talking about that. I don't want this. No, I'm not talking about that. No, we're not having that discussion. We're not talking about. Why not? What's wrong with it? Because there is some other shit on the back end that they dealing with. They dealing with shit on the back end that they don't want all drivers to know. A lot of these motherfuckers are dealing with other companies on the back end, dealing with sponsors on the back end, and they don't want drivers to know that. So the easiest thing is just not to talk about it. Because if you talk about it, now you have to be aware that the discussion is here, so the situation is present. You have to be aware of that. A lot of motherfuckers don't want you to be aware of it. Don't be aware. Just stay asleep. Stay with your eyes closed. Listen to what we're saying. The moment you open your eyes and say, hey, let's have the discussion, they want to shut you down real fucking quick. They want to shut you down. And I've never been one of those people though. You know what I'm saying? I've always been, even when, I took the LSAT and I was going to go to law school and everything like that. I've always been a great debater because I don't mind chatting about information. I don't mind chatting about information. It's just information. It's shit that exists in this fucking universe that you can't say doesn't exist and you just erase it because you said, well, that doesn't exist. It's like, no. Hey, Andivar, I appreciate that, brother. He's the Uber out here kicking people off the app, declining rides, and now blaming it on tech support. Yeah. Oh, it's a glitch. It's a fucking glitch. Fuck that. People are scared of the rich. Real shit, man. Real shit. So I like your channel better than Sergio because they don't engage with the chat unless you paying. Real shit. And I tell motherfuckers, man, I represent the chat because I believe all drivers are taking part out of their day to listen to what we're talking about. Drivers, and I like to read other comments because some people are driving. Some people are driving, so they can't see the chat. So when I see some shit, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it because somebody in the car is going to say, oh shit, such and such just said that. I know that guy. He's pretty cool. They don't got time to take their eyes off the road and shit. So I got to read the chat to let people know what somebody just typed because they're not going to be able to read it as they drive. And I appreciate when people give me super chats and stuff like that because motherfuckers know. I tell people, we don't get paid a lot to YouTube at the level we're at. We don't get paid a lot. So I could be out on the streets right now driving, making way more than what I make doing this. But I think spreading knowledge and spreading wealth and developing that seed is very important right now, especially at a time right now where the apps are really hammering down on us, raising fucking, fares, but decreasing drivers' fares, increasing service fees, doing janky shit with fucking deactivations and all that. So I'm willing to sacrifice, being out on the road for a minute by kind of keeping us together as a community and doing what we do. And the community's only going to get tighter. We're only going to get tighter, and the apps are going to see how tight we're going to go get. This is, you're going to go viral, my brother. Just watch. I don't think I'll go viral, but hey, like I said, as long as the community understands what we're trying to do, we're not trying to, beat each other up. We're not trying to push each other down into the ground and shit like that. Appreciate that, South Florida. I appreciate it. Brandon G says, driving now, appreciate it. That's what it is, man. All right, Bighorn Kev, you got to get out, man. I see you got to get ready to head to Oklahoma to see your great niece, Lainey Renee, who is identifying as a black lesbian. Get her the t-shirt that says that shit. She'll get a ride wherever she goes. We're all going to identify as the same thing, so the apps are going to fucking explode. They're going to be like, dude, everybody's the same thing. Yep, we're all identifying as black lesbians. So you can't fucking just deny anybody a ride. Every driver's going to get every ride. It doesn't make a difference now. Like, shoot. But yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Hey, Lisa's the same way. She says, I'm driving here also. And that's what it is. I like to, make sure the chat is represented because a lot of you guys are saying some important stuff, some funny shit. Y'all say some funny shit. And the people driving, they probably want to hear this. They're like, they ain't going to be able to read it. So I got to make sure I catch it. So when I catch it, I read it. So now everybody's in the car laughing. Like I said, Kev with his whole black lesbian shit. Nobody would have read that on the screen. If they're driving, they would have missed that. But that shit's funny as hell. I think it's stupid. That shit's funny as hell. But it's like, man, and it helps when the community is united in our direction of what we're doing, whether it's, making money, driving more efficiently, figuring out why these apps ain't giving us good rides. Why is our market, dwindling when it should be going in the opposite direction? You got to sit down and analyze shit and break shit down. That's what we do in financial accounting anyways. Because everybody who has a company, the company won't always be successful. You got to analyze why things are going a certain way. Why is the trend going down? Why is something going down? You analyze it, and then you can figure out a new path and a new pattern. Because I know right now, my nights are going shitty, super shitty. My nights are super shitty right now. But I can change that if I do a little bit in the daytime, a little bit at night. At least I can start making the income that I used to make, even close, but not quite, because they're just not giving me the rides. That's why I'm having issues with my talk to text. Exactly. Like, had to pause my dash trash orders a day, not playing their games. That's right, driving the wealth, man. Sometimes you got to do that shit. You got to do it, man. And people see it. I'll just shut my apps down. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to close the apps down, let the algorithm forget I even exist for a fucking minute, and then I'll come back. And it's like, because they do that to you, man. And they want to trap you inside of this part of the algorithm that where the algorithmic calculations got you stuck in a certain percentage of. It's kind of like gambling at a certain machine. If you're at this machine, they got the hold percentage set at, let's say, 92% hold. You only get 8% back of what you put in there. That's it. It's at a 92% hold. So then sometimes you got to get off that machine, go to another one. And then the hold is a little different because maybe it already did something. And that's how the algorithms work. They're all computers. They work on hold percentages. They work on payout percentages. They work on, how much per hour. I mean, it's all kind of weird shit they got these things set up as. Smart motherfuckers make these apps. So we got to be smart-ass drivers out there. If we're not smart-ass drivers going against these apps and figuring out how they make their money, we'll never know how we make our money. Because the passenger is who pays. That's it. We got one source of revenue, the passenger. And we both got the exact same source of revenue, the passenger. We both looking at that passenger as, we need you to help me profit so I can take care of what I need to take care of. So we both looking at the exact same source of revenue saying, how do we get money out of this person? I want to give you a great ride. I want to get a tip. I want to get some surge. I want to get a good dollar per mile. That's how I'm going to get paid for actually doing the service. The app says we want to do hold percentages. That's how they get money, hold percentages. So we've got to figure out, how do we get around the hold percentage? We can start using Cash App, Venmo, Cash Rides, whatever it takes to get around the hold percentage. And the apps has to say, you know what, if they're trying to get around the hold percentage, let's release some of the money to them. Let's make them less likely to get around it by being okay with the money we're releasing. Stop taking the cheap fucking rides, $2.62. Don't take the 3. Fuck the 4 people for $4. You've got to make them say, we need to release more money to get them to accept these rides. Because if we don't get them to that point, they're going to keep doing the same shit they doing. High AR drivers driving around. Oh, man, I got all this fucking. No, because you're allowing them to keep fucking the whole percentage up. Release that shit. Make them pay us for what we're doing for a living. Because we got to get the money too. They want the money, but we got to get the money too. We trying to make a living here. So what South Florida say, this channel is the absolute truth of what's going on in the rideshare world. Let the CEOs come on this channel. Man, South Florida, I don't think they'd be ready for it. They wouldn't be ready for it because I'm a person that I don't really give a shit about them. And I think every human on this motherfucker has a heart, a set of lungs, kidney, fucking liver, brain. Everybody's the same. The only thing's difference is the position we're given in life, maybe the clothes we're wearing, the house we live in. But we're all the fucking same. So when I talk to them, it's like talking to anybody else. And I think a lot of people, because of the position they have or how many subs they got on their channel and shit like that, they think they're more important than humanity itself. No. Because you could fucking walk out this house and a motherfucking car could run you over. You being who you are, who you think you are, is not going to save you from dying when that car hits you. The car hits me. Same thing happens as the car hits you. The car hits him. The car hit her. Everybody, the same shit's going to happen. So people got to start looking at themselves as being a part of humanity and not above fucking humanity with the shit they pulling sometimes. I don't give a fuck how many subs you got. You give a fuck what your position is in work. I walked away from good positions before. What I give a fuck is your intent. What is your intent? That's what I care about. What is your intent? What are you trying to do? So let's sit down and say, what are you trying to do? Because this is what we're trying to do. And if you're trying to do that, how do we get met in the middle? Because if you tell me, fuck what y'all trying to do, then that's you telling me, fuck me. You don't care about me. If you saying, well, fuck, say, hey, we're trying to feed our families. And we're trying to make sure we can cover these pieces of equipment that we got loans and shit on with interest rates. We're trying to do all of this work is what we're trying to do. And you saying, well, we as an app are trying to make this kind of money. Okay, well, if we want to sit down and do business together, let's do some transparent business together. Because hiding shit from us is not transparent. We don't know how to help these apps if we don't know what the fuck they doing behind closed doors. We don't know how to help them. Because I told you, I can get my AR up. I can get my AR up, but you got to pay me more money, though. My AR can go up as high as you want it to fucking go, but you got to pay me to get it to go up. You're not going to shit on me and it goes up. Then at that point, you know you got me trapped. Because you like, dude, we got his AR going up and we giving his ass number 50-cent rides all fucking day, 50-cent a mile rides all. Then we going in opposite directions. You're getting profits and you making bank and I'm going to the fucking hole. We not on the same shit now. We not on the same shit. What Edner said, the CEO can't handle Jeff. I'm an accountant, dude. I'm a degreed fucking accountant. I highly doubt most of these motherfucking CEOs got accounting degrees. I highly doubt they got accounting degrees. Some might have communication degrees. Some might have like IT degrees. Some might have degrees in fucking home economics. I don't fucking know. But if they were accountants, CPAs, or something like that, they wouldn't have to hire CPAs and accountants. They'd already know the shit. So they hire people like me to tell them what this shit means. They hire people like me to say, what does this mean? I got all these numbers. We got all these things. We got all these ratios and all these spreadsheets and all these financial statements. What does this mean? You're an accountant. Tell me what it means so I can make a decision. So I tell them, this is what it means. It means we're going in this way, this way. Okay, we're going to hire some actuarial sciences. Let's hire some actuarial scientists. How is this going to work out? If what he's saying is true, how is this going to go? Well, the probability of, and that's what actuarial sciences go. So the CEOs and all these motherfuckers go, well, these are decisions we're going to make. They don't know shit. Everybody that knows all the shit are the people that they hire. All they do is make a decision based on what all of us tell them. That's it. And we tell them this, they tell them that, they tell them this. They go sit at motherfucker PF Chang's and they find out exactly how to break this shit down and say, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. That's it. That's it. Driving the website. I just posted a video on that yesterday. Hey, man, because it's real shit. That's energy, man. That's energy. You feeling that shit, man. I'm telling you. And I'm like, once you get to a certain point in rideshare and you starting to understand the vibes and the energy of everything that goes in a rideshare, we're all the same. We all feel the same. We might, like represent it differently. Like I might cuss about it. Somebody else might not cuss. Somebody else might just, present it a different way. But we all drivers, we're real drivers. So we all feel exactly the same of what's going on. Some people have channels, some people don't, which is why I go to the chat. Because the chat, this is where it's at. These are real drivers. Motherfuckers don't want to talk to no real drivers because real drivers will keep it real. One man would say, he said the CEO will run away in 2 seconds if they come to this channel because they got to talk to real drivers. They got to talk to real drivers. Yeah, the sad thing is when you have an offer that's less than a surge you have. Been there, done that. And I'm like, how is this even possible, man? I got like a $13 surge, but the ride is like $12. What the hell? He says, yep, like Sergio channel. I really think Uber and Lyft's paying them now they've been sold. I don't know, probably, man. Because with the way that a lot of that shit's, and the thing is, it's that channel is a corporate level channel, and it wants to be a corporate level channel. It don't want to be a driver's channel. It wants to be a corporate level. It wants to be very important. That channel wants to be very important. It doesn't want to be driver centric. It wants to be very important to corporate people. That's what it wants to be. And I get it. I get it. I'm not a stupid motherfucker. I know what I'm looking at when I'm watching it. When people want to be corporate level, they want to be viewed as being important. And I'm up here with you guys and I'm corporate and we can sit at the same table. We can have a meeting. We could travel on this fucking private jet together. Fuck that. I'm trying to ride in the fucking truck with you so we can chit chat, motherfucker. I'm a driver. And we trying to get money to say, hey, this is how we're going to feed our family. This is what we got to do. These are the moves you got to make. We got to stop doing this, start doing that. That's who I'm more in tune with. So some people are trying to climb that corporate, wannabe ladder of importance. We call those motherfuckers highfalutin. When you're highfalutin, that's when you think you're more important than what you really are. That's called highfalutin. Sometimes a position in a company makes you highfalutin. When you know somebody who knows somebody that knows somebody, it makes you highfalutin because you think you're more important than what you really are based on all the values that are around you, extrinsic and intrinsic. When really you ain't shit but who you are in reality. You're just who you are. There's no change in who you are. You can't change who you are. Like today, If a motherfucker walk up to me today and said, Jeff, we're going to make you the CEO of Uber Relations. I'll still be in my garage welding. I'll still be scooping dog shit in my backyard because I got 4 dogs. I'll still be mopping the floor because when they eat treats, they get the floors all nasty and shit. I'll still be working on my cars and everything. It doesn't change who I am because you give me a title. I've been through that aspect of life before where I thought having a title made me different than who I really was. Having a title just makes you have this sense of importance. You really ain't that fucking important. It's a sense of importance. A sense of importance is when you feel fucking important. You're not really that important. And I tell motherfuckers, we get out there, we drive, we get this money, we try to bank, we try to build our bank accounts up so we know when a rainy day come, we can handle shit. Engine fucking blow. I probably got $5,000. I can go fix my engine. I got $5,000. I can fix it. I know that day is coming. Transmission blow. I got that money. And that's what it's about. And it's not about trying to be above who you really are in real life. And I've always been, I've always played sports, ran tracks, this and that. Even when I ran track, people was like, dude, you date the most like random ass fucking girls. No, I never dated a star. I never did. No, I just hung out with like the girls that I got along with and shit. I never thought I was somebody really important because I was always who the fuck I was, no matter what I was doing or what somebody called me. I was always that person. And I've always been down a level. I'm the motherfucker, like I said, to this day, you can ask anybody in this motherfucker. You can go to any Goodwill in this bitch, and if you say, hey, roll a security tape back, you will see my BMW or my Jeep parked in front of fucking Goodwill because I am who I am. I've always shopped at Goodwill since I was a kid. I've always found some cool shit in Goodwill. So why would I stop now? I'm not going to stop shopping at fucking Goodwill just because somebody said, dude, you're a YouTuber. Cool. See you at Goodwill, motherfucker. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, I'm not going to change who the fuck I am. It's just who I am. And I feel that I'm more of a driver than I'm anything else, man. That's right, driving. I'm the CEO of my life. The CEO of, that's all you are, the CEO of your life. And that's what you should feel like every day you wake up. You got shit to handle in your life. That's it. Just wake up and handle fucking business. Make sure you profit more than you lose that day. If you lose that day, go back to the drawing board, figure shit out, try to offset that loss the next day. That's all you can keep doing. It's like they keep posting David Richer. Well, you know what? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, David Richer, he is like he's probably worldwide known. He probably is worldwide known. Like, let's keep it 100. He's worldwide known. So if you have video of you and David Richer having a fucking conversation and that shit goes viral all over the fucking world, people are gonna think you're somebody. They're really gonna think you somebody. Like, who the fuck is David Richer talking to? This dude is important. This motherfucker's because David Richards talking to him. Who the fuck is he? Clout chasing. Motherfucker David Richards ain't say shit the other day that benefited a single driver that I know. Ain't say shit that benefited a single driver that I know. And I'm a driver. So why do I listen to that motherfucker? I really don't. Fuck all them videos. And it's like, it has nothing to do with my reality. That is for building a channel. And I get it. I tell motherfuckers I get it. I'm not like oblivious to reality of what's going on. I understand how to build a fucking YouTube channel or how to build a base or how to chase clout or how to look important. I understand all those fucking things, but I also understand how to keep it fucking real. That's one thing I really understand. How do you keep it real? You stay real. You stay real. Because once you got to get back to being real, you got to kind of shade all the fake shit. And I don't got to shave shit off of me. I've been real from day one since I got on this motherfucker. You look at all my videos. I ain't never fucking came sideways. I always been real. So I tell you, what at least say, love Goodwill and garage sales. That's right. That's right. Real shit. Love the Goodwill. Find some amazing shit in there. I'm telling you, I found this chair in there. I love my chair. Exactly, man. What is they have to get so much more money for the CEO and corporate jobs that pay always more than what we aren't. It's just ridiculous. Real shit. Real shit. And they've got to come up with bonus structures. They've got to come up with insurance plans and premiums and all this shit that they're doing for corporate America. That's what they want to do with their with the shares of money that we make driving our cars to pay for all they shit. But they run an app and say, well, the app is the service. The app is not the service. The app is the interface. The service is what we do. A service is an actual action. We're out here doing a service. So the app being the interface to the service of you getting a fucking ride. And the interface cannot make more than the service itself. It's fucking backwards. And it used to not be like that. A lot of new drivers don't understand. It used to not be like that. We used to get more money than the interface because we were actually doing the fucking work and everybody knew we were doing the work. Now it's like, oh, well, since we got everybody trapped into this lifestyle and trapped into this aspect, we can flip the script on their ass. No, they got a rude awakening coming. Because when drivers start smartening up to this shit and understanding what's going on, they got a rude awakening. They got a rude fucking awakening coming. Yup. I'm happier now as a driver than my corporate job. Real shit, man. Real shit. Almost no stress, man. You wake up, you don't got to worry about, rushing to the office, groveling and shit. I'm saying if something's, is it okay if I leave today at like 11 because you ain't got to ask nobody shit. You're an adult. You're a grown motherfucker living on planet Earth. You ain't got to ask no motherfucker shit. Is it okay if I leave at like, 2:30 because you ain't got to make them no lie. I can't come in today because, my motherfucking dog, my dog is sick. Ain't even got no fucking dog. Like, you a real fucking adult living in the real world, existing in the reality. And that's what gig work will do for you. It'll make you feel like you are really in charge of your life. Like you're in charge. You are the CEO of your life. That's it. The CEO of your whole life. And you don't need to ask permission from no fucking body. Is it okay if I just start tomorrow at like 9 or instead of 8? You ain't got to ask nobody shit. If you don't feel like starting, then do it. If you don't got to start at all, don't start at all. Yep. Without drivers, the app's going to fail, man. Man. Hey, and Devar, he said, I'm referring all the new drivers to your channel. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna tell them exactly what it is, I'm gonna tell them how it is. And me being a driver frustrated with the direction of how these apps are going, knowing that they keep taking and taking and taking and taking. They're chipping away. They're chipping away at the drivers more and more. We try to be nice to these motherfuckers, but they take kindness as weakness. They take kindness as weakness. They sit there and see how nice we are and how, hey, we're happy, we're drivers, we're dead. And they chip away at that shit. And next time, they gonna chip away at everything to where we ain't got shit left but this small little nugget, this little small baby fuck. And they say, you guys can live off of that. But they got the whole chunk where they at. They got the chunk where they at, but we got this little nugget we got to live on. Because we ain't nothing but drivers. We ain't nothing but drivers. But like Mel said, without drivers, what the fuck is the apps? If all drivers just stop driving for these motherfuckers, what do they got? What do they really got? They can sit up there and try to coerce people. Hey, if you come drive for us, we're going to give you, $1,000 for your first 30 rides. They're going to dig a fucking hole trying to do that shit, trying to coerce people to come drive for them. Because once the truth is known and seen in videos, and they can't go back and say, hey, we never lied. That dude, he was Uber X. He wasn't Uber XL. That was a lie. Because Forever Forerunner showed us, you motherfuckers tried to lie to him to keep him on Uber X when he was an Uber XL driver. Y'all tried that shit to him like 3 or 4 times. We had to go get his damn VIN number. He had to go, get his goddamn car, make and model. All you motherfuckers try to keep him down. You don't want to pay drivers. And that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. They don't want to pay drivers. They want to make as much money as they can to feed their shareholders, to get the return on their money, to pay off all these motherfucking loans. And if that's what they want to do, all they got to do is sit down and keep it real with us. Be like, listen, we're at a standpoint right now. We're at a hard place in life. We're at a really hard place. We need to pay off some loans. So we got to make some drastic cuts in either staffing, or we got to kind of take more percentage from you guys. But we're planning on doing this only up through March. And then we're going to do this for you guys. I mean, keep it real. Keep us in the plan. We like to be in the plan. If we drivers, put us in the plan. Tell us what's going on. And a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that we are the drivers. We are a part of the plan that they got to talk to if they want to get shit done. This is can't come in today. My grandma died for the 9th time. Exactly that shit. Like PTO to mean to prepare the others. Exactly. Prepare the others. God damn it. So everybody wants to cuss about it, man. Real shit off the handle. We do, man. Dolphins is in the house, brother Jeff. Can't wait to see Lyft stock price after Lyft luxuries. Oh man. Because they really think they're going to make a lot of profits when they end Lyft. Like, they're going to pay a lot of drivers bullshit and retain all the fucking money. All the drivers are going to bounce. That's going to, when all the drivers bounce, that shit's going to be like, holy shit. Y'all gross revenue numbers tanked. What the hell just happened? That's what it is. They will teach them a lesson. Without us, they don't have an app. That's real shit. They don't. Because we can bounce to any delivery app, any, Uber. We can go anywhere. Roadie, Spark. We can do whatever we want to do. And Adverse is not going to lie. Jeff, I found out about this channel on UpLive app. What's UpLive? I don't even know what UpLive is. I never heard of that before. Say UpLive. Yeah. To whoever is driving, avoid 60 East by Mesa truck driver overturn. To whoever is driving in Phoenix right now, if you're in Mesa, Victor says avoid 60 East by Mesa because the truck driver, he just turned over. We got a cement truck turned over on the highway out there. So if you're on this live, be like, oh shit, I was just going that way. You better turn around, get off the highway. Victor's already been through there, and he's like, get off, get off. Oh, it's a woman on Up Live named Empress Rising that refers all drivers to you. Oh, I know Empress Rising. I know her. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I didn't know she was on a panel. She never said she was on a panel. That lady, she's wild. She be in the comments and everything. Me and her go back and forth all the time. That's cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. See, I'm gonna have to hook her up, man. So you need a crusty, dusty donut break. Real shit. When life hands you lemons, make cherries. Real shit. Go cherry picking. When life hands you lemons, make cherries, damn it. Hell yeah. Say Up Live is like Big O Live, another streaming app. All right. The bases are fire market. Adolfo said that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look at Up Live and Big O Live. Because maybe we can do something on that as drivers. We can all get on there. Now they're gonna really hear some shit now. They're gonna be like, what? Because y'all know me. I read people comments. I don't give a shit. And people like, man, what the hell did he just read? It's like, man, we talking about everything, motherfucker. Black lesbians, what? It don't make a difference. We laugh like a motherfucker over here. It's like shit. Man, what is it? The bases are a fire mark. Yeah, I gotta go sign up for my bases, man. I gotta sign up to get on that base way out there to the west or whatever. They sent me the information, the Litchfield base, but I just haven't been out there yet. It says, yeah, they pay you to go live on those apps. No, they don't. They pay you to go live. Dude, we can have a field day with that shit. We go live 4-5 hours and it'd be no problem whatsoever. Nah, but shit, what is about 2:00 now. But I gotta, like I said, my video is gonna drop in about 2:30 because I think it's scheduled for 2:30 today about how I did over the past 2 days and how much trash is really out there and how I kind of pivoted to actually do decent. I had to make some pivot changes and move some shit around. I didn't do too bad. I did get pissed off a couple of times, went home early. That's just how it goes in this rideshare game, and y'all know that shit. So yeah, big paying like $2,900 a month, $29,000 a month. What? Both apps? That's crazy, crazy. You could be streaming on both apps at the same time. I never heard of that shit. Y'all gonna have me look into that, man. We be chilling and barbecuing on Up Live. Man, I had to have this motherfucker microphone out by the swimming pool, sitting in that motherfucker, freezing in the wintertime. man. Yeah, Up Live and Big O Live. All right, I'll look into that, brother. Thank you, my man. I'll look into that, definitely. Because, like I said, and those may be able to help me build this studio up. Because if I can get some, some more revenue, because what I'm trying to do is because my son, he used to live here with me. Now he's with his mom. So what I want to do is turn his whole room into a podcast studio, like how Fresh and Fits had a whole podcast studio. I want to do that to this room. So I got to get different furniture, different table, more mics, a mixer board, probably another actual PC instead of this laptop. I got big ideas, man. I got big ideas. And I like to have actual drivers, not no famous motherfuckers, but just real fucking drivers. Be like, hey, man, I'm in town. Hey, come get on, and let people meet who we really are in this real world. Because I know a lot of riders are going to meet us. A lot of drivers want to see who we are. And we just do that shit for real, man. Like, everybody ain't got to be no motherfucking YouTuber. We just average everyday people out here trying to make it. And that's how I want to set up my studio, you know what I'm saying? To shed light on motherfuckers that really, really be out here grinding, really working hard for real. And so it's going to take me a little bit. I still got to finish the build out over the driveway. I got my concrete mixer about to finish the driveway over here. I got projects, man. But this one, I think, trying to build out this studio will be another project. It'll be a fun project. And other people will be involved in it and we'll have fun. I can always keep the dogs out. Like, I lock their ass out. They're crazy. But we're going to try to do something like that, man. Like I said, wait a minute. Off the handle said, Richard liked my suggestion about using a dry erase board with my pickup name on it and the company logo I'm apping at the same time. Very good Uber Eats hack. No, Richard liked your suggestion about using a dry erase board to pick up name. I like that. Adolfo said, I would love to be a guest. Hey, man, I'm working on it, brother. I got like, nobody believed I was going to put that wheel on the back of my motorcycle. It took me 7 months to put the wheel on the back of that bike. It took me a week to get the supercharger in the Jeep. When I have an idea in my head, the shit's going to happen. I just need to get it together, man. I got to get it together. And so pretty soon, like I said, I'm going to start to build out of this room. I got to sell my son's bed because he's too big for it now. This is like a day bed. So I'm going to sell that, get that out of here, use some of that money to kind of help build the room out. Get it all built out nice, man. I got an idea, man. I think it's going to be pretty cool. A whole podcast, the MicDrop podcast series that have actual microphones, actual drivers in here. Already got a black leather couch on a move in here. Man, it's just going to be cool, man. We're going to have it. Rideshare drivers going to have their own shit. We deserve our own shit. And we just kick back, man. We just kick back and enjoy it, man. That's it. Logan said, story of my life. Projects. Yes, man. And that's how we stay out of trouble, though. You know what I'm saying? We stay on projects, we keep things progressing, and we hope that these projects make sense to the world when we finish with them. But man, I got to get off this live, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Once again, always appreciate the super chats, man. You guys be taking care of me because, you know, I could be out there driving and I could make way more money driving, but I think we stay more connected as a community when I'm indoors trying to get this shit done for you guys. And I can always go out later, make the money later, and just, you know what, we got to stay connected as a community. All right, Lisa. Hey, thank you for coming through. I know you're out there driving, making that money. Keep it up, girl. Keep it up. I know Bigfoot Dasher, he's new to the crew. So everybody check out Bigfoot Dasher. Make sure y'all support that guy. You know what I'm saying? He got booted off of deliveries. So now he's trying to get into the rideshare game with us. And he was at 98% AR. He's down to 89%. So he's going in the right direction. I'll tell that. Jeff Thomas Black, don't forget, y'all. His link is in the actual chat somewhere. Put his link back in again, because this guy, like I said, when you just kind of listen to what he's saying, you're going to understand the psyche and the psychology of delivery and rideshare and just gig apps all together. And it's going to kind of make you realize what circus you're involved in and how to protect yourself from all these gimmicks and shit they throw on our screens, all these psychological games and shit, these little trophies and these little spinning wheels and shit like that. It has nothing to do with your bank account. So if it ain't got nothing to do with your bank account, don't even fuck with it. Stay strong, get out there, get your money, come up with a strategy and do that shit. All right, Logan, my man. Hey, as soon as my thing come in from Amazon, dog, I'm tagging you in that shit. I'm tagging you, man. This is going to be all right. All right, Mary Poppins, y'all be easy out there. Hey, I'm out. Gonna go in here, grab me something to eat. Like I said, my video will be dropping at about 2:30. So it'll be on here. We'll chat.